Oh, hey. Sorry, I had the microphone off. Welcome back, guys. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday day, afternoon. I don't know what time you're watching this and from where you're watching it, but welcome back. Hope, I already see a lot of people are already jumping in, and let's just get into it, guys. Let's not waste too much more time. Let's just start getting into it and start talking about what's on everybody's mind right now, which is what flavor ice cream you're gonna have. No, actually, you already know what's up. You already know. I mean, basically, we all know what's going on. You know what I mean? In one shape, form, or another, we all have a major inclination as to what is going on. And depending on who you are out there is depending on how you're, reacting to all this. Okay. But basically, right now, depending on who you are and depending on your situation, again, depends on whether you're getting ready or you're, you're quivering in fear, and fear and bravery are basically the same emotion. It's just that basically it's the same chemical reaction in your brain. Depending on what you choose to do depends on how it is defined. So if, again, that same mental reaction in your brain, if you choose to, again, cower in fear, it's called fear. But if you use that same energy to, do something positive with all that, and turn it into a positive, basically it's called courage. So again, courage and fear are both in the same, one and the same. It's just depending on your actions, depends on how it is defined. Okay. So a lot of people, they think I'm courageous and I'm very brave and I'm all these things. But the reality is that there's a lot of fear in me, just like everyone else. And the thing is that I don't let that fear control me. In fact, I control that fear and hence turn it into courage, turn it into bravery, turn it into, all these balls, as they like to say, right? But yeah, that's kind of like where we're at there. How's it going, Iron Sharp? That's right. Fear causes pain. Pain causes suffering. And, what they're doing right now is it's a ginormous fear campaign, a ginormous fear propaganda campaign that is affecting the whole world in one shape, form, or another. By the way, guys, before I get too deep into it, I want to apologize for any extra noise that's coming outside. This morning we woke up and I got my neighbors tearing down a tree. I got my other neighbors over there, like literally tearing down a wall. You know what I mean? I got my other neighbors on the other side, doing other stuff. You know what I mean? Like I literally got construction all around the house today for some odd reason. I guess they knew I was going to do a show today. And so they've been, causing as much noise as possible. As a matter of fact, right now it's like the least amount of noise I've been receiving all day, all morning. That's why it took me longer to go live. I was trying to go live earlier, but again, it was just the noise was too much. So I sincerely apologize. But anyways, guys, welcome. Welcome back, and let's get to it. Let's get talking. Look, a lot of people out there really have no idea what the hell's going on, in the sense that, like, we could be going into civil war. We could be going into, you know what I mean? Like, the virus is really not only a real thing, but it's killing us and it's affecting us and it's making, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people out there are very confused and don't really know what's going on. But the reality is there's not much, to be confused about. The Great Reset is here. We are witnessing the Great Reset. Now, for a lot of people out there that have been in this questioning mentality, the world of, how do I say this, conspiracy, where you're always questioning, always asking questions, you know what I mean? Again, you don't settle for just a status quo answer, but you're always questioning, and you're questioning the question, and you're questioning that answer, and you're questioning it. Okay. For a lot of us, that have been, been down this rabbit hole, this very deep rabbit hole for a long time, nothing that we're seeing right now is new. In fact, we knew this day would come. The surprise to us was the fact that, oh shit, it's actually happening. This is a real thing. The thing, the Great Reset, or the Great Change, or the debt, all these things that we were always talking about that were gonna happen are happening right now. Okay. And for a lot of us, the shock, the hard part, the difficult part was, again, just realizing, oh my God, this is really happening. And now what? Now that I was proven correct, my conspiracy, my knowledge, what is it, my information, everything I went and educated myself on, I guess I was right. I guess all this craziness is happening, and yada, yada, yada. So for a lot of us, breaking out of that funk of like, oh my God, this is really happening. And we need to now, really put our plan into action. And so for a lot of people out there, that was the situation where we, as all this was developing throughout this whole year, most of us eventually started to realize, okay, this is it. We're about to start, this whole weird, reset change, this world, dramatic change that's going to happen to everyone. And, are we ready enough? The question was always like, damn, am I ready? Do I have everything I need? Am I mentally prepared? How is this going to happen? How is this going to transverse? Am I safe? Have I done enough? And that was basically, what a lot of us were going through. But as time has gone on, we have realized that, for a lot of us, that, yeah, we're fine, but the world around us is falling apart. And so, for example, even me, I moved out to Mexico. I thought I was going to be out here in the capital city of the Yucatan, and I was going to be nice and safe because the Mexican people were, not going to fall for this propaganda, until I saw, and I still see, everyone out there falling for the propaganda. And it's very disheartening. It's very, in a sense, scary, because you realize, oh my God, there's all these zombies around us. This is the zombie apocalypse. What am I going to do? Thank God that today we have, again, the internet. We have the ability to communicate like we're communicating right now. And we know that we're not alone. In fact, we know that there's many, many, many of us. But then now we are at the point where we are also realizing, okay, wait a minute, there is a lot of people that think like us, but there's also a lot of zombies out there. And as time goes on, the zombies are only getting more and more infected. And people like us, again, we are realizing that we have to, at some point, either run away from the zombies, okay, and move out to the jungle, okay, or fight the zombies. All right. And for example, for me, I'm not going to fight no zombies. I'm just going to move out to the middle of the fucking jungle, and just stay out there in the middle of nowhere and just leave me the fuck alone. There's no zombie zone, just move out to a no zombie zone. And a lot of us are going to choose that, moving out to other areas, more rural areas in which they're not, the zombies are not affecting everyday life. So a lot of us are going to choose that route, but a lot of us are going to choose to stay and fight the good fight and fight the zombies and fight, for your ideology and so on and so forth. And so, whether it's a political ideology, whether it's a scientific ideology, whatever it is, there's a lot of ideologies, okay, basically, but there's only two camps in a sense, a camp that believes one thing and a camp that believes another thing, and people are just digging in their heels and picking a team instead of, again, saving themselves, instead of just going to a community or going to another area in which nobody is fighting against each other. Everyone is an individual, but everybody is working together. Instead of doing that, most people just want to dig in their heels, okay? Again, root for their team even more, all right? And then by doing that, they just, again, they get more indoctrinated into team A or team B. Again, whether you agree with wearing this thing or not, just having the constant discussion, you are a zombie. You are part of the whole fucking thing. If right now you got a problem with me wearing this fucking thing and you got to tell me something about it, you're a zombie. Okay? If you got a problem with this fucking thing, all right, and you're not wearing it and you're telling other motherfuckers to not wearing it, you're also a zombie. You follow me? So the thing is that you can't, what they want, what the people, remember the great, look, as you guys can see right above me right here, okay? The great fucking reset. Okay, this is all part of the plan. All right, they're trying to muzzle you. Okay, and at the same time, not just muzzle you, but then have you guys fight against each other. You know, whether you're fighting over Black Lives Matter, whether you're fighting over, you know, the Antifa stuff, whether you're fighting over, you know, communist, not communist, socialism, not socialism, you know, president, no president, this is my president, this is not my president, this is my leader, this is not my leader, where, you know, you're fighting over toilet paper, you're fighting over ideologies. Again, you know, you're fighting over, like, you know, the right way or the wrong way, how to wear this thing, if I'm using enough sanitizer or not, if I'm not using sanitizer, you know, whatever the fuck. It's all fighting and infighting, okay? And then not just fighting amongst the groups, but then infighting within the groups, okay? And it's just a constant thing. All of a sudden, like I was watching, I think the Tim Cast or whatever, the live podcast that he does, and I think it was on Friday, and he had Alex Jones on, and basically, you know, Alex Jones is like, yeah, that's it, I'm done supporting Trump, I'm just gonna go back to talking about aliens and talking about this and talking about that. And bro, all the hate that he got for just doing that, you know what I mean? And I'm getting a lot of hate as well too. But by the way, you know, right off my shoulders, I don't care. But the same as most people, you know, that do all this stuff, you know what I mean? But the reality is that, you know, now all of a sudden, because you are waking up, you know what I mean? And you all of a sudden are saying, okay, I don't want to play this game anymore. I would rather just talk about fucking movies, or I'd rather talk about aliens, or I'd rather talk about computers, or I'd rather talk about just about anything else except this, you know, zombified topic. Then all of a sudden, you know, you get attacked. You know, you get, you know, attacked very heavily. Again, like if you were in the Matrix, okay? The same exact thing as if you were, you know, in the fucking Matrix, where you're getting attacked, okay? As you guys can see there, you know, by Mr. Smith. Okay, remember how that was, how the movie portrayed that. You know, basically you watching me, all of us, okay? All of us now, we're in the fucking Matrix, okay? And whenever we confront somebody and talk to anybody about any subject, okay? And it doesn't go well. So for example, you're talking about the mask, or you're talking about president, or you're talking about, you know, any kind of all these topics that are going on, and you say something that the other person doesn't agree with, all of a sudden they get angry, all of a sudden they attack you, all of a sudden they turn into Mr. Smith, okay? That's why when I say, and a lot of us say we're living in the Matrix, that's what it is. Now, if I all of a sudden I'm talking about this and the other person reciprocates what I'm talking about and we have a conversation, whether we agree or not, okay, that guy's not a Mr. Smith, that guy's in the Matrix like me, and we're just trying to figure it out. But whenever you talk to somebody about whatever the fuck it is, and they attack you, they go, rah, ree, you know, whatever the fuck it is, bro, you know what I mean? You are, you know, you just got attacked by Mr. Smith, all right? And again, you already know, it's not like the Matrix per se, where, you know, you gotta like literally, you know, now fight the Mr. Smith. You fight Mr. Smith if that's what you want to do. But in the Matrix, in the real Matrix that we live in, you can actually walk away and not participate. And in fact, that gets them to even be more wee, but they can't do anything about it. Okay, and by the way, wee goes for the left and the right, okay? I'm any team here, okay? I'm on Team Jose, all right? Team Human, all right? Team, that's it. Team, leave me the fuck alone, all right? And you guys should be in the same fucking boat. And that's the thing, you know what I mean? Right now, you know, what we're seeing, you know what I mean, is everyone is just, again, they're even, I got friends and family that never even picked a team, all right? And even before the elections or anything like that, or before the virus, and all of a sudden now, they are picking teams. And I'm like, bro, what the? And they're calling me, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think? I'm like, bro, I'm done. I'm literally, my plans for next year to go out further into the fucking jungle, all right? Literally, all right? As far away from zombies as possible. And if this zombie virus continues and continues and continues, well, again, I'm fine out there. I don't need to come back over here. Now, if the zombie virus gets contained and people wake up from their drunken stupor of stupidity, and all of a sudden this fad, okay, just like every other fad, finally blows away, and everybody again feels embarrassed for even participating in the fad, and things go back to normal, yeah, I'll come back. But again, do I really want to even come back? Probably not. Probably not. So anyways, let me read some comments real quick, before we get too deep into this whole, situation here. But anyway, shout out to all of you guys. Thanks for joining me today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, Arjen Sharp says, okay, fear causes pain, pain causes suffering. Correct. Sub Jose, IBLB says, Sub Jose, I got the Rona, no joking, no taste, no smell, no fear, 101, but I feel good. Yeah, okay, so IBLB got the Rona, okay? No taste, no smell, and 101 fever. Listen, again, bro, I can talk to you straight up like this. I don't know if you've ever been sick like that before, but I've actually been that sick before. Way before Rona. When I first moved to fucking Seattle, not only did I get all 3 of those symptoms, but I lost my voice. Can you even believe that? Imagine me. Yeah, exactly. You saw that? When I just went mute. Imagine me talking and nothing coming out of my voice. How fucking weird is that, huh? So that happened to me. I got sick, very sick, in 2019. I never get sick. I think I got the Rona back then. But again, I probably got the Rona 10, 15, 20, 100 times throughout this year. Okay, because as you know, I have not stopped doing anything. All right, I'm still going 100%. So again, bro, you already know. Look, I was talking to some family last night, and they got the Rona too, like the whole family. And then I go, so how do you guys feel? You know what I mean? Like, so. Anyways, what plan are they implementing? Oh, okay, we'll talk about the Great Reset in a little while, for sure, okay? But we've already talked about it. I've talked about the Great Reset many times in fact, I've been talking about the Great Reset basically all of the episodes, or a good majority of the episodes for the last couple months. We'll talk about it though, for sure. So we'll definitely bring up the Great Reset, okay? Because that's part of the plan. At the end of the day, that's all they're doing. They're just resetting the whole system. They're resetting the whole monetary system. They're resetting the world. This is not new. They've done it many times in human history. Again, this is just new to us, but it's not new. So we're going to talk more about that in a bit. Iron Sharp says there's always a ripple. Back in March before the tsunami, which cannot be stopped once started, is headed everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Callie says welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Demonetized. Fuck, man. I can't even do a shitty version of the song. Planet of the Apes, bro. Say you hit it on the head there. Exactly. Martin is saying, I fought enough. Time to be me. Exactly. I feel the same way. I feel like I've already fought enough. Yeah, I still have people that are like, oh, why are you done with your one? I'm like, bro, I've been fighting for fucking years and nobody was listening. And now people want to listen when it's way too fucking late, when you got the fucking gun to your head and they're about to pull the trigger. Now is when you want to react. Anyways. So that's yeah, I get you, bro. Iron Sharp says, blend in with the zombies. Nobody will ever know you're not a zombie. Well, that's the thing. When you are wearing this and you are going to Walmart, you're going to the store, you're doing anything like this, you are blending in with the zombies. But I don't want to live with the zombies. I don't want to pretend to be a zombie so that I can just survive with the zombies. I don't want to do that. I'm going to move, all right, to a community in which there are no zombies allowed. Okay? And I'm sure a lot of us are doing the same thing. A lot of us are building our own communities. There's a lot of people out there already like off the reservation. And again, you know what I mean? That's the option. You know what I mean? It's like you can do whatever you want. Anyone out there can do whatever they want. But I am not going to live my life in which every time I leave my door, I gotta put on my zombie makeup so I can go deal with the zombies. No. No, bro. No thanks. No thanks. Let the zombies eat themselves, okay? I'm good. DeMarco Smith says, Jose, I believe the coronavirus is real, but was planned by the Illuminati all along to control the people. Coronavirus is real, man. Again, coronavirus is in every medical book since the beginning of time. Of course it's real. It's a cold. You know what I mean? What was made up was the severity of the virus. Okay, again, like 0.0100%, nobody has died from it. The fear That is the infection, you know, that's really the infection, the fear that has infected the brains of everybody. And yeah, you know what I mean? DeMarco, you're 100% right. I'm not a big Illuminati fan. I'm not a whatever. I go with what the facts are, with what's in front of our face, okay? There's no reason to be saying, oh, it's the Illuminati or the Masons or this. No, man, it's the central motherfucking banks, and they're not making any motherfucking bones about it, okay? You can go to the IMF website or page. You can go to the International Monetary Fund. You can go to the other central banks, okay? The BIS and so on and so forth. The people behind the Great Reset, you know, such as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, such as, who else? What was the other? Hold on. The World Economic Forum and so on and so forth. You know, these are the people. Why are these people, all these banks, the ones that are dictating how we should manage a health crisis? I mean, come on. You know what I mean? So that's what we're dealing with. You know, basically that's all we're dealing with. You know what I mean? These central banks, you know, call them whatever the fuck you want to call them. You know what I mean? I don't call them the Illuminati or this or that. I just call them what they are, fucking banks and banksters and people in power, as always. But anyways, these motherfuckers, you know, again, go to their websites. It's right there. In fact, they have written books on this, okay? Literally saying COVID-19, how we are going to use this to change the world and the world economy and the world whatever. That's like the title of the fucking book, for crying out loud. So, yeah, again, it's not a secret. It's in everybody's face, whether you want to accept it or not. All right, and that's where we are with all this shit, you know what I mean? And for me, I've known that this day was coming. That's why I've always talked about buy gold, buy silver, buy Bitcoin, buy property, buy a fucking Picasso, you know, educate yourself. You know, that's why I've been telling you motherfuckers for the longest time about all this shit, because I knew that this day was going to come. I didn't know it was going to be a virus. I didn't know how the fuck it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen, and we're here, and it's happening. So now what? Are you ready? Are you prepared? I am. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not 1000% prepared. Who the fuck is? But I'm definitely more prepared than the average person. You know, so, you know, I mean, I'm ready. Once the reset actually fucking happens, are you kidding me? I'm ready to fucking cash in my chips and really start fucking doing some damage and really start, you know, living my life, you know what I mean? And really take, you know what I mean, full advantage of this whole situation. Right now, I'm just, you know, I'm just cashing, you know, just holding on to my poker chips and just waiting, you know, waiting and waiting and waiting. And we're almost there. Are you kidding me? I mean, fuck, it can't get any more obvious to where we are right now, but again, that's what we're all gonna die. That's why I got the dollar. You see that little dollar bill burning there? I mean, come on now. Come on, guys. Wait, this way. There you go. There it is. Sorry, everything's like backwards here. Okay. Iron Sharp says Trump is done and he doesn't want to be irresponsible for what's coming. Economic world's greatest depression. It's all distraction too. Listen, Iron Sharp, I'm guessing you're a Trump hater. Listen, man, this has been in play for fucking decades. This plan was set in place over 100 years ago, and now it's coming to an end. Okay, through the Federal Reserve. This all happened back in 1913, and even before that, they were planning this, and only in 1913 were they able to implement the plan, and the plan has been in play up until now, and now it's being, you know, torn down. All part of the plan. Trump had nothing to do with it. Obama had nothing to do with it. Biden has nothing to do with it. These are just puppets, okay? They're just puppets, okay? That's it. All right, that's all it is. We're watching WWF wrestling. Okay, Vince McMahon is controlling everything, and we are here fighting over, you know, whether it's Hulk Hogan or The Undertaker or fucking Doink the Clown or whatever. It's like, bro, do you all understand that they all work for the same fucking person? They all go to the same fucking locker room and they all have the same beers, okay, with each other, even though on screen they're fighting against each other and you know, we hate this team and I hate that guy, blah, 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 and we're gonna tag team and we're gonna do, again, when they go behind the locker room, all right? Okay, and they're all on the same fucking team and they all answer to the same motherfucking guy. Same shit. Nothing has changed. It is the same fucking thing. That's all we're witnessing. And that, again, whoever cannot see that, you're again, the quicker you realize this, the greater the chance you're gonna have for survival. if you're still believing, okay, that, you know, whatever, you know what I mean, that Trump is really doing something, that Biden's really doing something, that there's really things going on. No, man, listen. Right now, my guess for what's probably going to happen to the U.S. is that a bunch of states, which they've done this already, about 20 states, have already said, we're not accepting Biden as president, we're accepting Trump as president. So Trump is going to remain president for those states. Another half of the country, okay, another 20 plus states, you know, they're fucking saying, we are not accepting Trump as a president. Biden is the rightful winner. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but the last time that this happened anywhere, it's a civil war happened. Basically, half the country with a, you know, representing half the states, okay, have a president, and then the other half of the country, the other half of the states have their president, and now they're gonna go at it and fight. I mean, hello, Bueller. How do I wake up, Bueller? Bueller. Hello, hello. So that's where we are right now, guys, okay? The sooner you realize what's going on, the sooner we can move past this, okay? I've already fucking realized this a long time ago. They you know, again, you know what I mean? Like, and still, you know, it's a long process to get to where I am, even though I've known this for 4 to 5 years already, all right? So, next question, Keisha is saying, same here. I'm trying to learn how to navigate the decentralized space. Woke up late, hit at least, well, hey, at least I'm here. That's right. I watch Kung Fu movies like that. That's right, Kung Fu movies, baby. I have a friend that works at a large cemetery in Southern California, and their work is about the same as last year. No overtime. Yeah, of course, you know, and there's not, even the death rate is less or equal, okay, than it has always been, okay? Again, all of a sudden, the only thing that's changed is that all deaths are now with the virus, and there are no more car accidents, there are no more heart attacks, there are no more, you know, nobody ever dies of anything else. They only die of the virus now. That's the only thing that's changed. Other than that, everything's remained the same. Iron Sharp says, I'm not a Trump hater, I just see the writing on the wall. Yeah, again, you know, they're both in the same time. They're both in the same team. That's it. That's all you need to know. Other than that, whatever. Think if 75 million people started a run on banks and stores, give them hope until it's too late. Yeah, again, everyone can do a run on the banks, but the thing is that the banks can shut it off like that, and you're not going to do no run on the banks. Trust me. That's why you need things like Bitcoin, gold, and silver to protect yourself from that. They're gonna, I mean, if all of a sudden a run, by the way, we've already had kind of run on the banks at the beginning of this whole scamdemic and shit like that, and they just shut off the fucking thing, or they just printed more money. Again, of all the money supply in US history, okay, of all the money that we have printed as a fucking country, 1/5 of all that money, meaning 20% of all the money that we have ever printed was printed in the last several months. Okay, that's called hyperinflation, guys. We are heading straight towards hyperinflation. It's already there. It's already at the store. It's already happening. Again, the quicker you realize this, the better it's going to end up for you and your family, all right? Martian says, there's a reason the Dems control it for a few years, Rep control a few years. It's the pain keeps us fighting. There is one power and it's big money. Yeah, that's right. But it's not even about big money. It's like, again, we got to go further down the hole. It's not about, again, you people say big money, but it's like, where does that money come from? Who prints that money? Who has the ability to control and print that money? Why do they have that ability and we don't? And these are the questions we need to ask, but nobody asks. Nobody wants to. By the way, once you start asking those, all of a sudden you're like, okay, that's why I need Bitcoin. That's why I need gold and silver. Oh, I get it now. That's why I need to buy some fucking land and not rent from Mo Schmo. Okay. So anyways, Things by Billy Bob says, "Hi, I'm from Canada, nanny state, zombie land. We're at the forefront in believing all this garbage." Yeah, I mean, Canada is one of the many countries. But again, it's not even about believing it. Remember, most of your countrymen in Canada are not believing this, but it doesn't matter. The government is so powerful that you guys have made the government so powerful that they're just going to do whatever they want. Look at Australia. Look at other China. Look at so many other parts of the world where the government is just, knocking it, and that's it. You know what I mean? That's basically where we're at with all that. Jose, you should read some Jerome Powell, Fed chairman, said about, I do. Trust me. I keep up with all that shit very well. Anyway, but let's say Jerome Powell said, the economy as we know it is over because of AI and other reasons. Google it. Listen, it's not because of AI. All right. But yes, I've been talking about this for a very long time. And yes, I am very, very fully aware that Jerome Powell said that the economy is over. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, I know that. In fact, they got fucking, what's her name in there? Damn it, I fucking skipped on her name right now. Damn it. Anyways, but yeah, they put in a new Fed chair now. It's the reptilians. Probably, bro. Probably. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking deny, nor, you know what I mean? We don't know, but I mean, that's not far-fetched either. Okay. Jose, the time is ticking down, correct? Well, it's ticking down for a lot of fucking people. But yeah, the time is ticking, for people like us, the time is ticking to get prepared. Okay? But yes, the time is definitely ticking, you know what I mean? And some have more time than others because that's part of getting prepared, and we bought ourselves time. So, yes. Hold on one second, guys. I'm talking to my producer off camera here. All right, guys. Sorry, one second. Cuidado con eso, porque así son, ¿sabes? Pues son caras, pues son muy, porque son especial para estas cámaras, yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Just helping the missus there with some filming, which is micro SD card. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Hyperinflation started with food in China already. Wives, parents near Wuhan, food used to be cheap there 5 years ago. Listen, guys, hyperinflation has been in action since how about this? Inflation has been in action since 1913. And ever since Nixon dropped the gold standard, we've been accelerating. By the way, I'm sorry about the noise. Let me know if it's too loud, okay? But anyways, inflation has been accelerating ever since the 70s, ever since Nixon dropped the gold standard. And we've been in hyperinflation ever since basically the 2000s, but really 2008 going forward. And really like the last couple of years, you know what I mean? Especially last year. Are you kidding me? I mean, ever since Trump has been president, he's doubled and tripled, you know what I mean? We're just going to keep going up. And up and up and up. And everyone's like, oh, when's the stock market going to crash? Not anytime soon. You know when it's going to crash? When they stop printing money. You know when they're going to stop printing money? When the machine breaks. Okay, so the machine is not broken, all right? We still got a lot to print, okay? So we still got a lot to fucking hyperinflate. But again, guys, remember hyperinflation, man. The hyperinflation is the dollar. It's all based around the dollar. It's all around the dollar. Yeah, Janet Yellen, thank you. That's who I was. Janet Yellen is now back in power. You know what I mean? At the Fed. Anyways, but regardless. But anyway, how's it going? Driving While Black. But let me give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to Driving While Black. Shout out to IC. Shout out to I Play Code. Shout out to Cali. Shout out to The Seep. Shout out to Iron Sharp, DeMarco, Ellie, everybody out there. Things by Billy Bob, Martian, Christian, Sherling, Keisha, everyone. Sorry, my English also goes sometime. IBLB, all of you guys, love you. Thank you for showing up and hanging out with me today. But yeah, guys, look, Cody says he's a reptilian from the future. Cool, I'm a reptilian from the past, all right? How about that? You know, so, anyway, so, yeah, world population reduction. I mean, you know, again, you know, that's what people like Bill Gates and so many people out there, you know, they've been talking about this for decades, for years. This is nothing new. You know what I mean? They've been talking about depopulating the earth. They're talking about making less people. They're talking, you know, everything that they're doing is to destroy the world economy as we know it so that they can replace it with a brand new economy. iPlay says, is the USA empire over? It's almost over. It's at the end of the empire. Just like when the Roman Empire fell and many other empires fell, it takes a while, guys. It's not like overnight. It's going to take a while. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I mean? That's basically it. You know what I mean? But we already at the end of empire. That is for sure. The central banks that we were talking about earlier, you know, like the World Economic Forum, the International Monetary Fund, and so on and so forth, and many other central banks, they're already saying we need a new Bretton Woods. What is Bretton Woods? Again, to bring back the gold standard, okay? In order to revalue the dollar and back it by gold, or literally burn the dollar, get rid of the dollar, and come out with a brand new world reserve currency. And this brand new world reserve currency is going to be backed by gold or backed by God knows what, okay? Who knows, okay? But they're trying to create that. They're already throwing it out there. They're already saying that the dollar is dead. They're already saying that the dollar is worth absolutely zero, nothing, and that they need a replacement ASAP. And that is, you know, basically what they're working on. That is the next step. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's why I keep encouraging you guys to get away from the dollar. What does that mean? You gotta trade your dollars for things that are actually gonna be worth something, like gold or silver or property or Bitcoin or many other assets, okay? It doesn't matter. You can buy yourself a camera. You can buy yourself a new M1 Apple computer. There's a lot of fucking things that are gonna hold value a lot better than the dollar bill. In a few years, or maybe less, that those dollar bills, you're not gonna even be able to use them to wipe your ass. If you don't believe me, try wiping your ass with a dollar bill, and you will soon see that you're going to be, you know, again, you know, hosing yourself down, or going to the store to go buy some toilet paper before they run out of toilet paper. And then you're going to realize that, oh, wait a minute, maybe that's why people are buying toilet paper, because that's going to be more valuable than the actual currency in just a few years. If you don't believe me, go to Venezuela and go to any other country that has suffered hyperinflation in recent years, and you will see with your own eyes, okay? And it's documented, okay? It's out there, all right? I'm not, you know, none of this, nothing I don't think I'm saying is new. Everything I'm saying has already happened. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. I can go on, okay? It's just basically it. Callie says, I'm a chupacabra. I lick doorknobs. Okay. Interesting. Statism is falling apart. I do believe secession is near to break the world superpowers to eliminate globalist interests. A hollow state seems more than likely. Okay, so who was breaking all this up? What, with the Super Friends? Huh? Superman and Batman and all these guys are going to go against the bad guys and defeat. No, listen, man, the only people that are going to be able to do anything are you, the people, and you, the people, aren't doing shit. All right? I'm included. I'm not doing shit. I'm not fighting. I'm not participating. I'm out of here. I'm going to the jungle. I'm already in the jungle. I'm going deeper into the jungle. Okay? So, yeah, no, there is no, the only thing that can really save us is, you know, once the whole thing falls apart, that the people rise up with the new technology that we have right in front of us, you know, things like the internet, things like the blockchain, Bitcoin, and all these other new technologies that we have, and use these things in order to again, you know, break us free. Now, there's a lot of countries out there like Cuba, like Mexico, and many, many other countries that are already using this technology. Venezuela, Argentina, and I can go on and on. They're already using this technology in order to, build a better future, build a future away from governments, away from power, away from centralized power, and build a more decentralized government, decentralized system, decentralized everything. Okay, so we're on our way to do all that. Okay, but again, it's not going to happen everywhere. Places like the U.S., places like Canada, places like Australia, they have to fall hard before they can rise up. Okay, because that's it. That's basically what it is. And so right now, it's going to fall, and it's going to fall hard. You already know the saying: the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And the U.S. is the biggest of them all, aren't they? So let me see. Reading comments. So who do you predict will be the new superpowers? Well, they want China to be the new superpower, but I think that other countries and other people around the world have something to say about that. And why do they want China? Because remember, they wanted equality for everybody, globalism, NWO, all that shit, you know what I mean? They want everybody around the world to be the same. So if that's what they want, if that's their end goal, and we know that no matter how poor you are right now, you're in that 1% of the world population, all right? And if we got to get the whole population to be the same, what's easier? What's easier? To make 99% of the human population rise up to the 1%, or to drop that 1% down to join the 99%? I'm waiting. You already know the answer. That's why they're dropping you down to join the rest of the 99%. Okay, you follow me? So with that being said, that would fall in line with China and China's ideology of communism. That's why you see all of a sudden all around the world, almost simultaneously, they're implementing communism. You know what I mean? You got to get locked in your home. You cannot question government. You cannot question the narrative. You're going to, follow orders, or else if you talk, you're going to go to jail. If you don't behave, you're going to jail. If you don't question, you're going to go to jail. And I can go on and on. It's communism, guys. I mean, plus all the other things that they've already implemented to make sure that we have a communism. Again, I always call the United States the United Socialist States of America, because they are. And so implementing communism is pretty easy. Same thing as other countries around the world that are falling in line with the first world, meaning that's why a lot of Europe, that's why Canada, that's why the United States, that's why Australia, New Zealand, all these countries that are first world, they're the ones that are falling the hardest, because they've already implemented so many of these government rules and regulations and laws that have taken away and stripped away all the rights of their citizens. And so now when they're rolling out martial law, rolling out the virus protocols, rolling all this shit out, it's very easy. Very easy. All right. That's why everybody is enslaved. It only took a few months. It didn't even take a full year. It only took a few months to enslave the world. Okay. And I'm not talking about the whole world. I'm telling you, there's a lot of places around the world in which they don't even know what the fuck is going on right now with the virus. Okay. But for the world that we live in, the first world, we all became prisoners in our own home. Everything shut down. They shut it all off. They literally hit the switch to turn it off. Okay? It happened. And so again, if you know what to do in this moment right now, okay, something that you should have been preparing for a long time, then, you're going to roll with the punches. It's not going to be easy. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but again, at least it's going to be a lot easier for me than most other people that are not prepared. You know what I mean? And as this develops, I am preparing even further. As I already see that the whole world, okay, a good majority of the first world has fallen victim to the zombification of their fucking brains due to this fear porn, fear propaganda. I'm realizing, well, wait a minute. Am I going to stick around, all right, in a populated area like a city and wait to find out if these zombies are going to wake up or not? Or am I just going to go to a town, a community, a village, a small area in which there are no zombies and nobody's playing the zombie game, and I'm not going to get affected by no government. I'm not going to get affected by nobody, and I get to live my own fucking life amongst a bunch of other like-minded individuals in a tight-knit community in which we don't need government or police or anything like that, because we are our government, we are the police, we are the ones taking care of all that shit, and living in a country in which the government cannot exercise anything upon us, and they cannot infringe upon our rights as Mexicans or Mexican citizens. So, you know, I put myself in that position because, again, if you live in the U.S. as an American citizen and you go out to the middle of nowhere and say, I'm going to start a community, I'm going to start my own thing, this is my land. Okay, let's see how long that fucking lasts, okay? You already know what happens. The government is coming, knocking on your door and taking your ass to fucking wherever they gotta take it, okay? You know, and again, you know, what I see that's gonna happen in future, in 2021 going forward, we're gonna start seeing a lot more Wacos. We're gonna start seeing a lot more of, those, militias and those things, starting to like take hold, build communities, and live their own lives, trying to live their life in the US away from this government tyranny and this socialist communist state. But again, if they haven't been able to do it since the 90s, again, this has been going on since the 90s, what makes you think that they're going to be able to do it now? They're not. And they're all going to find out the hard way that you're not free and that you have no rights, and that they're going to tell you what to do, whether you fucking like it or not. And that's it. You know what I mean? That's basically it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where we're at right now, man, with all that shit. All right, let me see some comments. I don't know why I went off on a fucking rant there. So yeah, the question was that who do I predict is going to be the next superpower? Honestly, it doesn't really motherfucking matter. You know what I mean? Because again, if you position yourself correctly, what does it matter? You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But I think I know that they're trying to make China the next superpower. But whether they're going to be the next superpower or not, we still have to find out. Remember, we're living in a brand new world with a brand new paradigm shift where we have things like the internet and cryptocurrency and so many other weapons at our disposal as the people to fight off, what's going to happen. Remember, the last time that we had something similar to this was 500 years ago during the Protestant Reformation. Martin Luther printing the Bible with the printing press, showing people the truth that was in the Bible, people waking the fuck up. And all of a sudden, before you knew it, we're coming to the Americas fucking taking over or fighting for religious freedom and so on and so forth. So we don't know how this whole thing is going to fucking develop, and we don't know how it's all going to play out, but it's a big change is coming, and a big change is coming to power structures and governments and how we govern ourselves as people and so on and so forth, okay? Let me see, okay? No, bro, decentralized governments won't work. They do work. I live in a country in which we have tons of decentralized governments, and it works. Thank you, Small USA. Appreciate it, brother. Berserker God, it will eventually fall back into this BS we're in. Correct, Berserker. Crud says, you should watch Dollar Vigilante and I don't know who the other guy is. 2 great channels that will help you wipe your concerns and doubts. Yeah, I watch the Dollar Vigilante all the fucking time. Great. He's not on YouTube anymore. He got banned from YouTube. So if you want to watch the Dollar Vigilante, you need to go to BitChute. Also, this is a great opportunity to remind you guys, please check out all the links below. Okay, I am on BitChute, I'm on Library, I'm all over the fucking internet. I got 3 other channels, I got a website, I got a billion fucking things. If you enjoy this content and you want to make sure that I don't disappear one day, just check out all my websites. Check out all the links, check out my website, and make sure that you are, at the very least, put it in your bookmarks, or you just save it or whatever, so that in case one day you show up and you don't see me, you know where to find me. Okay, I'm out there, I'm still doing things. All right, so same as the Dollar Vigilante. He's not on YouTube anymore, unfortunately, but he is on BitChute and other platforms. Okay. Let me see. The state will break apart when the state centralization grows too much. It will dismantle itself. Yeah, that's exactly what we're watching right now. Correct. I mean, we're watching it right now. Your thumbnail isn't accurate. Should have the American and MAGA flag versus a group of brown shirts carrying a communist flag. You know, again, you know, I think you missed the earlier part of the show. You know what I mean? When we're talking about the wrestling and the WWF, it really doesn't fucking matter what the flags are, okay? Anyways, they're all the same. The implementation of the vaccines have a similar timeline as well. COVID passport is on as well. Yeah, exactly. Good luck with all that, guys. You know, again, that's why I personally, what I'm doing, my solution is to move out to the jungle where I'm not going to need any of that shit, okay? And that's it, you know what I mean? And we're going to see how the world is going to function, okay? Not everyone is going to want, not every country is going to demand that. Not everyone is going to be forcing that. And, you know, we're going to see how it plays out and what countries are going to allow it, what people are going to allow it, how all this is going to develop, you know, and all that shit. In the meantime, I'm going to sit back in my jungle home, watch my fucking eat my popcorn and watch this whole fucking thing develop, and that's it, you know? I mean, hopefully one day I can, you know, join civilization again, but if not, well, hey, at least I survived, you know? It is what it is. Do you think that at any point in time Mexico will mandate the COVID? No, they will not mandate a vaccine in Mexico, because if they cannot even mandate car insurance, if they can't mandate anything. By the way, even the Mexican president already said that no one should mandate the mask. So you don't have to wear a mask in this country. Even you don't even have to wear a mask in this country. So anyone that's forcing you to comply with the mask, that is just a corporation. Now it's up to you whether you want to comply with that mask order in order to go to Walmart or go to the grocery store or go to any other store. But at the end of the day, you don't have to wear one anymore. So if the Constitution has actually been upheld here, and the Constitution says that everything going on is unconstitutional, well, there's not going to be any vaccine. Now, with that being said, Mexico is one of the first countries to have the vaccine, because, again, the Mexicans understand that there's tons of zombies everywhere that want a vaccine, and so they're just going to make it available to you. Now, the vaccine could just be a water saline solution, but it doesn't matter. They're going to offer it, you know what I mean, one way or the other. So, yeah, the vaccine's going to be offered to all the zombies that want it, but definitely not fucking mandatory or needed to fucking live in Mexico or do any kind of anything, all right? So, unless you're maybe planning to be a doctor, you might have to take the vaccine, the real one, in order to be a doctor or something along those lines. Other than that, I think you're good, all right? So, you don't have to worry. And there's many other countries like that. Portugal is another country. Belarus is another country. And there's a bunch of other countries that are acting in the same manner. Communities have plants. You cannot trust anyone, not even your own family anymore. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That's the world that we're living in. You know, we're living in a world in which your neighbors are telling on you, your own family members are telling on you. You know, that's Nazi Germany. That's communism. You know, that's all that shit. You know what I mean? Look at a history book. Pick up history book. Pick up any book. Okay, talking about any of these things, and you're going to see it immediately in your face. We're living it already. Well, not all of us, but some of us, a lot of you guys are living it. China already showed the world they are the superpower, shut the entire world down in 3 months, lockdown continue. And again, Iron Sharp, China did not do this, okay? China is getting hit by this just as much as everybody else, okay? This is the banks, okay? Look, the people up here, okay? The people up here that are part of the Great Reset, the ones that are responsible for the Great Reset, the ones that are putting into play the Great Reset, they're the ones that released this thing. And again, we all know that this virus isn't really killing anybody. It's the fear and the shutting down of the world economy that is really killing people and really affecting the world. And we're seeing it already. And it doesn't matter what country could have done it. Remember, it could have been the US dropping a biological weapon over there, or it could be the Chinese dropping the biological weapon upon themselves or dropping it on the world. What's the name? And I lost my train of thought for a second there. But at the end of the day, the people, I now remember what I was going to say, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because the ones that are running the show, okay, the ones that are running everything are the central banks. The central banks are telling the US what to do, and they're telling China what to do, okay? So if the banks want both countries to fight, and the best way for them to get the fight is to do it through this virus situation, then that's what they're going to do. They basically told Xi Jinping, listen, we need you to play ball. We need you to have this virus get exploded here in Wuhan. Okay, and this is the game plan. This is what we're going to do. And either you're going to play or you're going to die of the virus, and we're going to replace you with somebody that will play the game. And that's it. The end. That's how it's working. Maybe that's why Trump isn't president, because he wasn't playing the game to their satisfaction. Or maybe he was playing the game to the T, and doing exactly what, they wanted him to do. That's what I think. I think that Trump is just there, just like every other president and every other person in power around the world. They are there, to do what the people in power want them to do. They are puppets. That's all they are. Nothing more, nothing less. All right. That's all. Again, just like the WWF, just like wrestling, just like anything like that. They're all on the same team. Even though they're fighting against each other, they're all on the same team. That's right, Caesar. Great comment. He says front row ticket to the freak show. Another comment, on that, another George Carlinism, it's one big party and one big club and we're not in it. None of us are in it. Again, how many videos do you need to see of Trump and Hillary, buddy with each other, and then a day later they're hating each other? And same thing with the Pelosi's of the world, and same thing with all those other people. They're all on the same team. They hate each other, but they love each other. Come on. Iron Sharp says, that's right. Iron Sharp says Trump is playing to the T. Yeah, correct. Trump is a great actor. Again, Trump is an actor. He's a businessman and he's all these things. But again, he's a game show host. He's an actor. And we all know that, right? You guys ever seen The Apprentice? Have you guys ever seen any of his shows? He's actually been in movies. Remember when he was in Home Alone? He was in Pizza Hut commercials. I can go on and on. Nano Joe says Monero has been holding steady in the green. Buy. Yeah, man. Well, I already bought my Monero. Are you kidding me? Every time I look at the price of Monero, I'm just thinking, this is me. Every time I look at the price of Monero. So so anyways, Monero, are you kidding? What's Monero at now? Like 150, 160? It was already at 150, close to 160. Are you kidding me? All I was saying. Anyways, Klaus Schwab tells it all. Socialism coming soon. Socialism is already here. Socialism has been part of the U.S. for over 100 years. Social security, welfare programs, basically anything that the government gives you is a social program. The more social programs you have, the more socialist your country is. We have been doing things, again, we do things like unemployment. We do things like, as of recently, the stimulus check, universal basic income, things like disability. I can go on and 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 on. Every U.S. citizen is basically sucking from the government's teat. Okay, so we're already way past that. Okay, the socialist state is alive and well and has been with us for a very long time. Okay, in fact, the socialist state is so strong that most Americans, Canadians, and others cannot fend for themselves because they don't know how, because they depend so heavily on the government that they have no way out. Okay, so yes, sir. It's Monero, then Litecoin, then BTC next. Well, BTC is already fucking... remember, Bitcoin was 9,000 a little while ago. It's at 19,000. Definitely going higher. I think 100K by this time next year. Hell yeah. Trading. And then again, you trade it, you get 100K for that Bitcoin. You trade that shit in for a property. You trade that shit in for some gold or silver. And then you rinse and repeat. Wait for the thing to dump. Rinse, repeat. But yeah, Litecoin probably going to go up most likely. I think Litecoin got to $400. I think Litecoin should be a lot higher than that. We'll see. Monero as well, so The CPP, that is socialism light. Now we will get the latest update. Well, no, yeah, actually, the latest update is called communism or technocracy or fascism. So yeah, no, you're 100% correct. You know, now the next step, okay, step number 2 is again fascism or communism. You know, or a combination or a new thing like a technocracy. You know, but it's yeah, you're 1,000,000,000% correct. You know, that's what we talk about here. You know, that's where we're heading, and that's what we talk. And so what we try to talk about here is try to, you know, solutions, you know, create solutions, you know. If you know that you're in the middle of the shit, let's say you're living in the middle of Los Angeles, well, then you need to get the fuck out. If you know what I mean, if you don't have any gold or silver or Bitcoin or anything like that, and you have a lot of dollar bills, well, you know, you need to fucking trade some of those dollar bills for some of these assets. And again, that's what we're talking about here. There's many solutions to this problem that we're all facing, and there, you know, a lot of us, you know, can thrive through these hard times. So basically, you're going to fall into 2 camps. Either you're A, going to suffer like a lot of people are suffering, or you're B, you're going to thrive like the few are thriving. Remember, there's a lot of people out there that are thriving during these times, a lot of people that are just surviving, and a lot of people that are not going to survive at all during these times at all. In fact, we're going to see, remember, a lot of, you know, more and more people are dying, more, and not from the virus, but they're dying from no food. You know, again, we have more. Why is no one talking about this? We have more people dead from starvation due to the virus than dead from the actual virus itself. You know what I mean? And that can go on and on. So we're going to see more starvation. We're going to see more people dying from depression, from, you know, drugs and alcohol and other things of that sort. You know, from all this economic downturn. We're going to be seeing a lot more, you know, death and destruction and horribleness. And that's just the way it is. I mean, that's just the cycle. You know, this is how we, you know, how it goes about. So again, either you're part of that camp in which you're going to go, you know, down the route of pain and suffering and death and destruction, or you can separate yourself from that, which is what I try to teach you guys, is separate yourself from that. And there's nothing we can do about what's going to happen. Again, we talked about this earlier today. We're in the matrix. And everyone, you know, out there is a Mr. Smith. Anyone that doesn't think like us is a Mr. Smith. And these individuals out there, you know, again, you can't fight with them. You know, they're deep ingrained into the code of the matrix. And because of that, you know, there's nothing you can really do. You know what I mean? These people that are deeply encoded into the code of the matrix, you know, they're there. You know, they're just gonna keep entrenching themselves deeper within the code, and all you can do is separate yourself from that. Again, you're still living in the matrix, but are you going to participate in fighting Mr. Smith every other fucking day? You know what I mean? Or are you going to be the guy that's eating the steak? Or are you just going to be living in the matrix, you know what I mean? Like without having to confront this, you know, these idiotic machines called Mr. Smith. You know, there's a lot of options out there, you know, believe it or not. And so it's up to you what you want to do, you know what I mean? Remember, if you watch the whole Matrix trilogy, it's not exactly what we think it is. You get what I'm saying? If you really watch and try to understand that whole fucking ideal and everything that's going on right now, you know, even Neo fucking realizes towards the end and is like, man, you know, the bald guy, remember the bald guy that was eating the steak and he just wanted to be left alone in bliss? Even fucking Neo realized, man, maybe that is the option. You know, that is the only real thing that we can really do. There's nothing we can do. You know, the machines are fighting the fucking humans and they're just going at it. Everybody has their ideals or this or that. What are you going to do? You're really going to be part of this fight that, again, has no end? Or are you just going to sit back and enjoy the fucking show, the dinner and the show? I mean, some people like to fight. I like to fight. You know, I'm a fighter and a lover. You know, don't get it twisted. But you know, no way, man. No way. You know what I mean? No. I'm not gonna. You know, sacrifice my life. Sacrifice. You know, my life. You know what I mean? Meaning, you know, like sacrifice the days of my life. You know, in order to fight for a fight in which, again, who am I really fighting for? What am I really fighting for? You know, I already have everything I want. I already live in a community, or I'm going to be living in a community in which we already have everything we want and we need. And yeah, sure, we would love others to join us, but at the end of the day, everyone else would rather be in this other community in which they're constantly fighting and constantly being zombies against one another, whether they like it or not. That's really what's going on, and it's always been going on since the beginning of time. I was watching the movie Braveheart a few months ago in the middle of the pandemic here, and I realized what's going on now was going on like fucking 2,000 years ago or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same fucking thing. It just keeps repeating over and over and over and over again, man. And again, you know, fucking Mel Gibson in that movie, all he wanted to do was just leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be with my fucking wife and have my little family. The fucking Englishman came and they fucked his wife up and they fucked him up. And he's like, well, fuck it. I got nothing else to live for. So now I'm going to fuck you up. And again, you know, are we living through the same shit right now? So again, if you remove yourself from a point, you know, you remove yourself from that area in which the government or the people in power or whatever can fuck your life up, well, then you're never going to have to fight them to begin with because they're not going to be in your vicinity. So why even, you get what I'm saying? Why participate? But I get it. You know, for some of us, this thing becomes very real because for some of us, they take everything that we have, you know what I mean? And we have no other choice but to either roll over and die or to fight dying. And, you know, and I get that, you know what I mean? If I was in that position, I would be doing the same. But again, I was in a position where I was able to separate myself from all that and not, you know, get to the point where I really lost everything, you know, like a Braveheart or other individuals out there, you know, and then have to, no choice but to fight the system, which again, at this point, you know, there's no fighting the system. You know what I mean? The system is going to destroy itself. You trying to fight the system to destroy itself is not really, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing? The system is destroying itself already because that's the way the cycle goes. Even, again, the people in power want to continue this cycle forever. They want to not just continue the cycle, but be in power and in charge of the next cycle. But it's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be as straightforward as it is. They're trying to make it easy. They're trying to just streamline the whole thing. They're just trying to, again, start a new cycle and continue with status quo. But again, you know, to think that that's actually going to fully happen, I mean, you got to be very naive, you know what I mean? And not really know what the hell's going on out there, you know, really deep within the code of the fucking matrix. We actually have a lot more power than we think. We've always had more power, but we constantly relinquish that power to these individuals out there because they make us think that that is the right move. Okay, to give them all our, you know what I mean, everything, you know what I mean, to give them all our freedom and liberty and all that shit. Again, those who trade freedom and liberty for safety deserve neither and will have neither. Benjamin Franklin. All right? And that's where we are right now, guys. A lot of people are asking me, hey, so aren't you scared about going deeper into the jungle? I'm like, you know, aren't you scared that the cartel might kidnap you? Aren't you scared of this or that? I'm like, bro, I'm right now in the US, in Canada, in any of these places, the cartel, aka the government, is already kidnapping you. They were kidnapping you and doing horrible things to you before the virus, and now they're really fucking doing it. Okay, and I'm moving to a place in which, you know, again, none of that exists. And again, oh my God, it's just like, man, to me, it's just like such a disconnect. I don't understand how people just don't get it, man. It's just, it's crazy. It's just fucking crazy, man. So, all right. Elijah says, I never heard of Monero until the last stream. Yeah, you should look into Monero. Monero is cool. Litecoin historically stays within the gold and silver ratio. Today, Litecoin today is 160 undervalued. Oh yeah, for sure. Litecoin definitely undervalued. All these assets are undervalued. Gold, silver, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and many other crypto assets are definitely heavily undervalued, while many other assets are heavily overvalued, okay? So we know that. Every stock in the stock market is heavily overvalued and fake, phony, and false, all right? Had a dream of buying silver today. Well, what are you waiting for? Go buy that silver. Anyone think the USA could be behind Bitcoin? The real Satoshi could be the CIA? Hey, that's a great question. I actually made a video on that topic. You should check out on my channel. I made a video talking about, literally, the video is called, did the CIA or did the US government create Bitcoin? And I talk about it. I literally talk about it for 45 minutes. So I'm not going to talk about it here. Please check out that video. Give that video some likes, some views. And I talk about it in depth there. Okay. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's a great question. Okay. And I have an answer to it. Okay. So there you go. Well, I'm still working on leaving America completely, go freelancing abroad, take up a new skill and build another stream of passive income. That's right, Elijah. You can do it. It could be a possibility. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Even the Neo community had a plant. Yeah. There's all these communities, man. You know what I mean? All these crypto community, all these crypto coins, all these crypto whatever. For the most part, they're just like all the .com era. You know what I mean? Where most of these projects, unless they actually have a working product, then what are you doing? What are you doing giving them any money? It's just like any other business, guys. It's like all of a sudden I got an idea for this GoPro camera, but it's just an idea. You know what I mean? Are you going to give me money so that I can figure out how to create this? Or if all of a sudden I have this camera already working and I'm just telling you, hey, the investment opportunity is I got to just make more of these. I need money so I can make more of these and sell them. And here's my business plan. Oh, you're going to give that guy money. But we live in a world in which, this fake free money is constantly flowing, because remember, we had a lot of fake free money given to a lot of people earlier this year. And what did they do? They invested in the fake free markets. You know what I mean? That basically at the end of the day, they're selling you fucking air. That's basically what they're selling. They're not even selling you a piece of paper anymore. It's just air. They're selling, people are buying it left and right. So, gold and silver markets are rigged. Exactly. Yeah, the gold and silver markets are rigged very heavily. A new gold standard can't compensate the money in circulation. The price will go through the roof. Correct. The most undervalued asset in our history right now, the most undervalued asset in our lifetimes is silver. Pure silver. I'm going with crypto and real estate. I also need to check my ancestry. Yeah, again, you need to also check and look at property. Look at as many other options as you can afford with your cash. That's why okay. So Jonathan says that's why America is gone. That's the real patriots won't fight. They won't give their life to keep the land free as our forefathers did. No more brave people left in this country. Simple. No, again, Jonathan, the system has been deteriorating for over 100 years. And unfortunately, there's no system to fight. And I am fighting the good fight. I'm fighting the good fight over here. I'm making sure that where I live remains free, okay? Remains where the Constitution is upheld. Mexico is a country that is a direct copy of the United States, except for the fact that they have not allowed the Constitution and the people to lose all their freedoms and their rights. So out here, I have the chance, to not only continue fighting for these rights for humanity, but to make sure that the land that I'm living in now remains free, or as free as possible, so that other individuals out there in which they have lost their freedom can have a way in which not only to escape, but again, to hopefully rebuild and reestablish the freedom. Now, what needs to happen in the US is that there needs to be some sort of fight in order to reestablish the republic. Now, the fight is going to come, and it's going to be literally a bunch of patriots trying to reestablish the republic, and a bunch of people trying to establish communism. And then we don't know who's going to win, but whatever happens will determine the next step in the US. If the patriots win, then the US will reestablish a republic and everything will be fine. But again, it's a lot of bad negative stuff, you know what I mean, that's going to happen in between all that. Now, if the left wins, the communist, Antifa, whatever, if they win, well, you already know what's going to happen. It's communism for the next 100 years or so. So And again, I understand. Look, if I was 20 years old, 20 something years old, I would probably be fighting the good fight in the US. But since I'm 40 years old, I am fighting the good fight over here. That's why I'm sitting here, talking about these things, educating as many people as that want to be educated. And knowledge is power, right? Remember that, right? G.I. Joe. Okay, you got that? Our biggest, strongest weapon, right? Okay, so with this knowledge, that I am giving to you guys for free because I'm not getting paid for any of this shit. I'm literally taking time out of my fucking day in which I could be, out there, living in the jungle with my jungle shit. I'm out here, making these videos, trying to wake up as many people as I can, or trying to have these conversations with as many people as want to have them. And then hopefully the patriots that have, the strength, the power, the youth, all of these things, the weapons, all of these fucking things, with the knowledge that they're now given, they can go out there and fight the good fight and hopefully save the republic. So, I'm not going to sit here and lie and whenever anyone tells me I'm a traitor, when anyone tells me I'm not fighting the good fight, when anyone tells me I'm not fighting for my country, anything like that, I actually take insult to that. And again, I don't give a fuck, because I know who I am and I know what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, yeah, I do take some insult to that, because at the end of the day, I'm doing this. When there's a lot of you guys out there that you're not even doing what I'm doing. You can sit there and complain about me not doing enough, but again, what are you doing? Okay, so that's what I say. And again, don't be looking at my paper and what I'm doing. You should be focused on your paper and what you're doing, okay? And that's it, So I sit here and then I try to have this conversation with as many people as I want to have it, and I try to have this conversation with as many people that want to, grow, and they want to find solutions to these problems, which there are. And then those that have the ability to fight the good fight, go for it. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, Like, what am I going to do in this fight? I'm already doing, in fact, I'm doing a lot for this fight. Okay. In fact, that's why I also have to live where I live, because if I'm fighting this fight, if I'm doing what I'm doing right now in my own country, there are very, very steep penalties and repercussions for doing what I'm doing. But living where I live now, I get to be more free, and I get to really voice my opinion and really help you guys even further, okay? By telling you the truth without having to worry or look over my shoulder that, I am gonna, get a knock on my door by some government agent. You get what I'm saying? In fact, if some government agent comes and pays me a visit out here, I feel like, wow, I guess what I'm doing is actually, causing some damage. But again, that's not what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is that, my YouTube channel is just gonna disappear, and they'll make me disappear from the internet, and that's it. Why would the fuck would they even waste any resources to come over here and shut me up, when at the end of the day, it's really not that hard to shut me up? You think that if I'm, again, like I said, I know what I'm doing and I'm fighting the good fight, and a lot of you guys also agree with that, and that's why we're all here. But yeah, I don't take too kindly to that. When people, when they say that, because at the end of the day, I agree with what you're saying. A lot of people are leaving, but you also got to understand the situation in which all those people are in. Nobody can fight the system. The system is too strong and too powerful. In a place like where I live, you can actually fight the system. And the system pushes back because there's more of us willing to fight and constantly fight the system. But in a place like the US, you got half the country supporting the system. You got half the country saying, please lock me up, please stick me in quarantine, please, and so on and so forth. So, what is there to fight? Again, that's the whole point of today's episode. The fact that there is nothing to fight for anymore, unfortunately, except ideology, which at the end of the day, that's not going to get you very far, except in the fucking ground, in a grave. All right. So let me see. Reading some comments now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, again, I'm sorry about the noise. Hopefully there's not too much noise coming through here. We got a lot of construction going on outside. There's some people tearing down a tree, and that's why maybe the sound is not up to par today. But hopefully my voice is so loud, it's louder than some guy with a chainsaw literally right behind me. So I feel like I'm in a war. Out back, with all the fucking noise that I got behind me. So We've been living through it, Jose. The veil has just been lifted. Yeah, exactly, Elijah. You know, the veil, the veil, the only thing that 2020 did is that it lifted the veil and exposed everybody to the truth and exposed everybody to everyone else. That's all this did. Basically, again, all 2020 did was expose the truth and then expose everybody to everybody, okay? Everybody right now is exposed. So how many people out there before 2020 were like, oh, fuck the system, we're gonna fight the system, we're gonna do this, we're gonna that, and then, you know, halfway through 2020, they're like this. You know, they're covering the whole fucking everything, you know what I mean? Like, put on your mask, do what they tell you to do, okay? So, yeah. Again, everybody has been revealed, okay? And so for me, for example, you know what I mean? I've always been this way for the most part. So it's been very easy for me to live in 2020 because, well, I've already been exposed. I'm constantly exposing myself. You know, the difficulty came for everyone else that all of a sudden have been exposed or are now dealing with this exposure for the first time. Because again, you know, now we're living in a world in which action, it's all about action. And we're seeing everyone take action in one shape, form, or another, whether they're putting on the mask or not putting it on, whether they're supporting a government or not supporting government, whatever the fuck they're doing, the actions speak louder than words. Everyone's actions are speaking louder than words. And that's the way it is. So, hey guys, I need to take a quick break because I need to change the battery on the camera. So let me do that, okay? Before this becomes a mess again. Uno segundo, por favor. In fact, let me put some music on real quick. Hold on. Let me, hold on. Okay, hold on, let me, oh, I know what I can do. Okay, hold on. I need to change this up real quick, guys. Just 1 second for more. Let me put a little music on for you guys. Sorry. So give me like 2 seconds. I'll be back. Okay, like 2 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, sorry guys, just had to take a quick little battery break. I had to get the new battery on there, and also had to drain the lizard. Okay, Clay says, I love Mexico. Hell yeah, so do I. Elijah says the system is already destroying itself. It sure is. If BTC were to drop from here, most digital assets will go to zero. You know, most digital assets are worth zero. But yeah, we already saw that. You know, we already saw that at the beginning of the year. Not the beginning of the year, but after the high from 2017 and everything that's happened ever since, you know, we've already seen a, you know, what could happen, you know what I mean, to most projects and coins. And so we saw a lot of things disappear and we saw a lot more things appear. All right. And just rinse and repeat. Rinse, repeat, guys. Real estate is a drain on capital. Be in control of everything and own nothing, and nobody can take anything away from you. Yeah, you know, again, you know, that is what the World Economic Forum is telling you right here. You know, these guys right here. That's what they say. The Great Reset. That's what they say. They literally say, in the future, you will own nothing and you will like it. Yeah, okay. Good luck with that, guys. You know what I mean? I'm going to go own my property, own my land, own my home, okay? I'm going to go do that over there while you guys are over there fighting your government over your land, okay? And all that shit, okay? I'm going to buy my gold, my silver, okay? And I'll make sure to keep it, okay? Good luck with everything else, you know? But yeah, I mean, by the way, you know, I speak very aggressive and hard, but I love all you guys, okay? I love you, Aaron. I love everyone out there. You know, we're all... You know how I am, but yeah, man, no. You cannot go full nihilistic either. That's not gonna work. Going into full nihilism like that, you know what I mean? Like, no. Again, they're not gonna. No government entity is gonna come out to, you know, no certain areas. Okay, like I said, certain parts of the world you're fucked. You know what I mean? Other parts, come on, man. You know the world is a ginormous place, guys. Remember that, like, the world is a ginormous place, all right? So don't forget that, okay? They keep making you think that the overpopulation, there's so many people and there's not enough resources or land, when it cannot be any further from the truth. Are you kidding me? When we're on the other end of that spectrum. I'm me says, correct, Jose. You have to put yourself in the best situation to fight the fight. That's it. That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm fighting the good fight. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I can. You know what I mean? I'm contributing the best I can to the fight. I mean, even if I was in the fight, I probably wouldn't be a soldier on the front lines. I'm a chef. I'd maybe be cooking and feeding the troops. So, anyways. Iron Sharp says, "Will do." When and where was this wrote? I don't know what that is. Oh, we're talking about the Spooner Constitution of No Authority. Anyways, I don't know what that is. But again, in Mexico, we live very differently out here. You know what I mean? We don't rely on government. It's the year we thought we never needed. It showed us the good, the ugly, the ugliest, and what's about to get uglier. We definitely give it a need and another good reason. I'm reading all the comments because I get a lot of the conversation from that. So they say people shouldn't be afraid of government, but the government afraid of the people. What happened? Okay, but the government afraid of the people. That's about to be a huge bonfire. Anyone bringing marshmallow? Yeah, exactly. You know, again, living out here in Mexico, the government is scared of the people. I see that on a daily basis. Okay, where most of you guys live, you are afraid of the government. Okay, or the cops, or the military, or whatever. That is not the case here. Okay, well, no one is afraid of a government or a military or anything like that. Okay, in fact, the only one we are afraid of, if we're afraid of anything, would be the cartels. And again, there's no reason to be afraid of them because they're on your side, protecting you from these entities. Cartels, aka the militia in this scenario, but also the government, the de facto government over the actual government. So I mean, that's where I live. Everyone's a little different, but again, I would rather live in where I am than anywhere else right now. Do you think Ecuador would be a bad spot to go since the U.S. is trying to regime change in Venezuela? Well, Ecuador is a very friendly country with the U.S. So the thing is that Ecuador is kind of like a satellite or a colony of the U.S. at the moment. So yeah, Ecuador is good, but just know that, okay, that once the U.S. leaves Ecuador, you know, things, you know, once their influence leaves Ecuador, whenever that happens, it could be very good or very bad for Ecuador, okay? But for sure, you know what I mean? Ecuador's chill, seems nice. Colombia, also chill and nice. You already know Colombia and the U.S. are tight. Mexico is super tight with the U.S., but not so much anymore. Now they're not so tight. In fact, the U.S. and Mexico keep separating themselves every day, especially with the new regime. Mexico and the U.S. are separating themselves further and further and further away. So that's happening. So yeah. Elijah, let me see. They would have set foot on PNG. There's a certain place known for violence. Forgot the name. I don't know what PNG is. SoCal Rick. Rick, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? Long time no see. Actually, I think you came into the Discord a while ago. Anyways, hi. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're surviving the apocalypse. Hope you're surviving the zombie apocalypse. Pretty good. I know you're in Southern California. I know shit's pretty whack as fuck out there. Hopefully you left and you're in Mexico already. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? Your family's definitely waiting for you, right? Jump that fence, brother. Time to come back home. Anyways, Iron Sharp says, at any time in the U.S., anything you think you own can be taken away anytime. Your wealth, your property, your freedom, you stay invisible. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, you are not free in the U.S. They can and will take and confiscate everything you own. Like, for example, you own a home, you own property, go ahead and don't pay your taxes on that property to see how quickly you don't own that. And again, don't follow the rules and regulations and all that shit to see how quickly all that really, let's see how long all that lasts for you out there. Yeah, exactly. Great point. That's right. 2-gun salute. Right? That's the only guns I got. I don't got, let me see if I got any, I don't got any gun sound effects here, unfortunately. Anyways. Wow, an hour and a half. We've already been streaming for an hour and a half for reals. Wow, it's a lot. It's a long time. But anyways, yeah, guys. I think we've talked about a lot of topics. We've covered a lot of topics. Is there anything else you guys want me to keep talking about or anything? I'll be here for a while. Oh, wow, it's already 2 o'clock. Okay. Well, yeah, I probably got to get going in a little while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit back and chill for a minute. I'm gonna wait for you guys to, bring in, some comments or questions or whatever, and we're gonna, just do more of that for a little bit, and we'll go from there. And if there's not much, then we'll probably, stop it. So let me see. Oh, great. Oh, that's a great question. Okay, good. I love when you guys, man, when you guys drop some of the, you guys are some of the smartest motherfuckers out there, man. I love my audience, man. You guys, you guys are awesome. That's a great question. Okay, so let's answer that question real quick. What is the question? Okay, so the question is, first of all, do you check out Ice Age Farmer? I've seen him a few times. I know who he is. And in your opinion, is the food chain endangered? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. The food chain is in major danger. Again, this is why I choose to live where I live. And as time goes on, part of my preparation is to learn how to be even more and more self-sustainable and move to a community in which we can be self-sustained and don't need any outside, help, okay? Where we can feed ourselves, protect ourselves, and run everything ourselves. That is what's going to save you more than anything else. Gold, silver, property, all these fucking things are going to help you. Trust me, they're going to help you and protect your wealth, assuming you survive. But you need to survive. What good is Bitcoin? What good is a Picasso? What good is all these things if you are dead? Exactly. So you need to learn how to survive. And so right now, if they were to just shut down the food chain, the food supply chain, oh yeah, are you kidding me? That is when we're going to see massive death, massive hunger, massive change. And that's coming. That's definitely coming. So even though I live in a city that it is in an area of the world in which we're still pretty self-sustainable. For example, I don't have to go to the Walmart or the grocery store. I can literally buy things from my own community. I know when the shit really does hit the fan, I'm living in a city, and that community, even though it's tight-knit, is going to break down because it's just so many people. But the further out you go into a rural community, and you're all, you all know each other, you're all helping each other, you're all constantly working with each other. Well, guess what? I mean, when the shit hits the fan, you're already living that life, so nothing's really going to affect you. You know what I mean? One person in the community is the one that's in charge of the cows. Another one in the community is in charge of growing onions. Another one is in charge of growing this. Another one is in charge of being the doctor. And everybody just helps each other out. And sure, there is money and currency within that community, but the reality is that at the same time, maybe you got a bunch of extra eggs, and you're gonna go visit the doctor, and you can probably pay your doctor with extra eggs, and vice versa. You know what I mean? And then many things like that. A lot of bartering, a lot of. And that is really the way to survive going forward. You know what I mean? Being able to not just provide a skill, but to be able to implement that skill, and then being able to have a skill which will be useful in the future. So I don't necessarily know how to farm, and I don't have a green thumb. That is not my thing. So I don't focus on that. I focus on all these other skills that other people that, for example, know how to farm, but they might not have. You get what I'm saying? And things like that. My wife knows how to farm, okay? So I'm good there. But guess what? My wife, if all of a sudden we have to kill an animal to feed ourselves and to eat, she's not going to know how to, not just how to kill it, but she's not going to know how to butcher the animal and how to prepare the animal and how to get the, I've done that. I used to do that professionally. So that is a major skill. I could literally be a butcher in my community. I can do a lot of fucking things. You get what I'm saying? So again, cooking, preparing food, things like, I know how to salt things. I know how to and embalm things. What is it like? What is it? Pickle things. I know how to do a million fucking things. So I have a lot of valuable skills in the future. You know what I mean? I might not know how to grow it, but I know how to keep that food once it's grown, which is again another major skill on its own. And I can go on and on. So that's the thing. I mean, right now, right now I'm at a point where, I got my Bitcoin, I got my gold, I got my silver, I got my skills, I got all of these things. But now the next step is now, taking it outside, going a little further, going and now joining one of these communities, going and building, things out there and being part of all that. And that is what's going to survive. Okay, those are the things that are going to survive going forward. You feel me? Things like that. And again, in a place like Mexico, it is 1 billion gazillion % legal. In fact, it's your right to go get some land and build something on it and live on the land. In the US, you cannot do that anymore. In many countries, you cannot do that anymore. In fact, in many countries, they're taxing you on water. You know what I mean? That you can't even, if you collect water, you can go to jail for that. If you don't believe me, ask anyone in Oregon or other places around where you cannot even collect rainwater without going to fucking jail. You get what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? You can't collect rainwater. You can't grow your own food. Again, in many parts of the U.S., you can't even have a garden. You cannot even grow your own food without going to fucking jail. And that's the truth. I mean, it sounds insane. It sounds like I'm talking about like another planet here, but it's not. That's the world that we live in, the free country, right? The free country that many people live in. So at the end of the day, yeah, the food supply chain is in danger. Yeah, you should be worried. And yeah, you should be taking steps in order to fucking protect yourself from that. Because again, you can be prepared. You can have all the guns, all the weapons. All the guns, all the silver, all the gold, all the toilet paper. You can have all of these fucking things. But if you don't got no food or water or ways in which you can, you know, get water from the ground, okay, or get water from the sky, or if you don't have ways in which you can grow something or kill something to eat it, you're fucked, man. You're not gonna last too long. And guess what? As soon as you die, a bunch of other motherfuckers out there that do know how to survive are just gonna take your shit and say thank you. So, in fact, most people should be very well adept and very, you know, you guys should know what's coming. I don't watch any of these zombie shows or zombie movies or anything like that. But if you watch any of these zombie things out there, you guys should, you know, be fully aware of what's coming and how to protect yourself and how all this is going to play out. Again, I don't watch any of these shows. I'm too busy, you know, trying to, you know, survive myself and create, you know, this, you know what I mean, all this environment in order for me to survive. Because guess what? The zombie apocalypse is already here, and it's only a matter of time before it gets to that point in the show or the movie where it's gonna get really, really motherfucking bad. And it's all about community and how you are gonna fucking thrive within that community or survive, you know. So let me see. I'm from Alabama. I got it in farming. Okay, so you can, yeah, there you go. So, you know, if you know how to farm, if you know how to fish, all these basic skills, man, are you kidding me? They're going to be invaluable going forward, all right? Are there good rural areas outside of Merida that you could recommend to move to? Yeah, all the area, the whole state of the Yucatan is rural, okay? What can I recommend? What can you handle, okay? What can you handle, okay? I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, if you're going to be living out here in a village or a pueblo, by the way, that is my plan going forward next year. So you guys will see me do it. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody. If you don't speak fluent Spanish, I would not recommend it. And I can go on and on. Okay? So, you know, baby steps, guys. You know, don't be thinking that, you know, you can barely survive in your city and you're going to fucking not move to a rural area in your where you live, but, you know, you're coming to a completely different country and moving to a rural area where you not only don't understand the language but you don't understand the customs, don't understand anything, and it's probably not going to go well for you. Even though the people might accept you, you might not be able to handle it, okay? And that's the fucking reality, all right? So, because again, you know, you might not be able to handle the fact that you don't have AC all the time, that you don't have a lot of the comforts, that, you know, they might shut off the internet for a day or two because you're in a rural area, you know, and I can go on and, you know, all the things that come with living in a rural environment. I'm a city boy. It's taken me a very long time to get accustomed and used to living in rural areas, but I'm doing it. And as more of this craziness happens, man, am I, you know what I mean? Am I glad that I prepared myself slowly to get to the point where now I'm going to just very easily, quickly, and excitedly move out to the middle of the fucking jungle. You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? So, but it's not for everybody. And I would not have done this a year and a half ago, even though I wanted to. It's no, you know what I mean? But now, oh my God, you know what I mean? When I started investigating and doing this whole fucking thing in order to start moving out there, I was like, my God, I didn't think it was going to be that easy for me to do it. So that we're doing it. The plan, I mean, I'm going to talk about it more. And by the way, this is the last live stream of the year, guys. I'm going to be taking a break because it's Christmas, New Year's, and I need a break. It's been a long year, a lot of work. So I'm going to be, this is the last live stream of the year, but I am going to be dropping more episodes. Okay, so I got an episode coming later this week. Okay, we're going to be talking more about my move out there, or at least, you know, the preliminaries of all that. And then we got like a Christmas video, we got a year in review, and then we got videos coming at the beginning of the year. Okay, so I already got a bunch of videos filmed and recorded that are going to be coming up, talking about a lot of these things. So you're gonna, you know, I'm still gonna be around, but I'm not gonna be around. But yeah, guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, again, you know, there's a lot that one needs to do, and you know, the thing is that right now there's a lot of people that haven't done anything. And now at this point, you want to do everything. And it's just not going to work, man. You know, I mean, you could try, but it's, I mean, it could work, but it's just going to be very, 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 very difficult. I mean, it's already difficult to do a lot of these things. And again, it's a lot easier to do these things than to live in the zombie world. But the reality is, like I said, you know what I mean? You got to go baby steps, and you got to, you have to, gradually get to from point A to point B. If you try to go from one extreme to the other, that's probably not going to fare well for you. Now, everyone is different. I'm a guy of extremes, and I go to from one extreme to the other extreme very easily, very seamlessly, no problem. All right, I'm really good at that. That's another one of my skills. But I know most people don't have that skill. Most people can't even change just a simple thing of a routine in their day, let alone change their whole complete life. You know what I mean? Like and turn it upside down. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, please. And again, a rural area out here in Mexico is not a rural area in the U.S. A rural area out here in Mexico is that you're literally living in a motherfucking village with villagers, and you're probably the only motherfucker out there with any kind of technology or any kind of modern comforts. I'm assuming you even get them out there, which you can, but just know the very difference in a rural area here than a rural area in Texas or in the US or in Canada or whatever, where you have so many more modern comforts that you're just not going to have here. Okay, so you got to remember that too. Okay, so if you're living in a small town, you can still go to a restaurant in your small town and probably get a hamburger. You're not going to get a fucking hamburger in a rural town here. In fact, you're probably just going to get tacos, if you're lucky. Okay, so just again, very different. A lot of things to get used to. No movie theater. I know, whatever. I'm just saying, no mall. No 7-Eleven. I can go on and on. Okay. What is the main job that expats do after leaving the States? There's a lot of things, but basically work online, but basically teach English. And teach English to who? To Chinese people. Now, I did something different. I was a video editor, so I was able to edit videos and continue to do my work and do a lot of the things that I do, like consulting, living in Mexico or living in other parts of the world or traveling. So for me, it was very easy, as I already made that transition even way before anything happened, before I even moved out here. So it was easier for me. But for most people, they need income, they need a job, they need to do something. And basically the highest paying job that you can get right now would be teaching English to Chinese people. Now, whether you want to do that or not, that's up to you. I did not do that, but that is something that you can do. And you make pretty good money. Again, out here, you don't need to make much money, but yeah. Let's see, reading some comments. We got a lot of comments coming through. Okay, fall hunting, trapping season. Yeah, so hunting, trapping, fishing, gardening, raising, chickens, quails, whatever. Yeah, man, that's it. What I mean? That is how you learn how to survive, And if the world is falling apart and, people aren't even doing YouTube videos, well, guess what? You're going to be very fucking busy anyway, so don't worry about it. Keep busy trying to just survive, all right? Again, doing all those skills that I just told you about. But yeah, there's also, Elijah says, there's also a lot of tech jobs out there, which I totally agree. Again, you can just literally type in your computer, blockchain jobs. Teach yourself how to code, and before you know it, you're working, okay? So you can, a lot of tech is the future. If I were you, and if you have the skills or the ability or the want and the know-how to do so, I would invest my time and my energy in learning tech, okay? So, because that's another skill that has served me very well, all right? And so do that. Clay is like, no amount of money can buy my freedom. Freedom and liberty is worth more to me than millions and billions of dollars. I can't live free. If I can't live free, I'd rather die. Clay, I totally agree with you. That's the way I feel. That's the way I live. I don't care about no money. You can stick that fucking money up your ass. Money don't mean shit to me at all. The only thing that matters to me is freedom and liberty. Freedom and liberty. Freedom and liberty to do whatever the fuck I want to do with my motherfucking life. That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that should matter, right? But society, teaches us something completely different. And if you go against that narrative, well, you're the bad guy, right? See, Belize is not so good. See, Belize has been in lockdown as far as I understand since this whole thing started. So Belize is one of the hardest hits places right now. In Belize, they use the US dollar, so Belize is extremely expensive, and Belize is very closely allied to the US. So Belize might seem like a good idea until you realize what Belize is, and then you're like, oh, well, maybe Belize is not such a good idea. Let me see, I'm reading some. Oh, nobody, Iron says, oh, nobody, nothing but to love one another, and you're free no matter where you live. Correct. I can always learn language and improve. Exactly. You can always learn the language. Yes. That's right. There's right. There's a lot of, again, Elijah, there's a lot of things out there. There's Lionbridge, Upwork, Fiverr. I used to do all that and then some. Can a felon teach English? Yes, you can. A felon can also leave the country. Okay. A felon is only going to affect you. All that felony bullshit, again, speaking from experience, all that felony bullshit is only going to be affecting you in the US. All right. It's, again, just to take your freedoms away. I'm sure I don't know what your felony was for, but my felony was for having weed in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I mean? So that's it. You know what I mean? And now because of that, I am not I am a second-rate citizen, even though I already knew I was already a second-rate citizen. So that just helped facilitate my, way out of there. Fuck that shit. And it's not like I want to participate anyway. So, I'm reading some comments. Be careful of scams out there. Yeah, correct. There's tons of scams everywhere. I'm free in my mind. Exactly. If you are free in your mind, you could never be enslaved. You can never be imprisoned. Okay? So that's why even throughout this whole thing that we were imprisoned in our homes, even me and us out here, I'm always free. I'm free. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the idea of the imprisonment within your home. That idea that is infiltrating your brain can make you think that you are not free, but the reality is that you're free as long as if you're free up here, you're free from no matter where you are. So exactly, don't as long as you don't do anyone, What about Portugal? Is great. Portugal, no mask, no coronavirus, no nothing. So Portugal is wide open. Portugal is a great country. Portugal is not participating in any of this shit. Do you think we'll have to take the vaccine to move to Mexico or another country? No mandatory vaccines in Mexico. But if you're in the US, for example, they might force a vaccine on you before you can get on a plane. Nothing I can do about that. But yeah, I think those mandatory vaccines and COVID passes and shit like that are coming for a lot of individuals around the world, but not for everybody. What about Costa Rica? I think Costa Rica is cool, but again, I don't know. I'm not an expert in any of these fucking countries. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like my parents are Cuban. I was born in Miami. All right. I'm an American, but I was raised in Miami. If you know anything about Miami, Miami is not the rest of the country. So even though I'm American by default, and I'm American, red, white, and blue, and all that shit, grew up in the South, the reality is that, it was a lot easier for me to get the fuck out. All right. Even though I didn't know anything about Mexico, it was a lot easier for me to leave because I spoke Spanish. My parents came from communism. I already saw the signs of communism in the US. So it was very easy for me to recognize the signs and get the fuck out. And that's what I did. Obviously my story is a little longer and more complicated, but that was all part of that. What made me not just realize, but also made me have the energy with the courage to do it. And then, once I came out here, the rest is history. I've never been happier. But I got friends that are from Costa Rica, and I heard Costa Rican friends living in the US that tell me about Costa Rica. And so far, it seems like Costa Rica is awesome as well. But again, Costa Rica is a little bit more expensive and could be a little bit more violent. Okay. Definitely. I always hear about Costa Rica being a little bit more, not violent, more dangerous, a little bit more dangerous. Okay. And granted, not only are you in the middle of the fucking jungle, but there's just a lot more shit going on out there. As opposed to here, when there's nothing going on. It's Sleepyville. Okay. Where I live and everywhere around where I live in the Yucatan, it's Sleepyville. Okay, literally, that's why everyone out there, even though you don't got to wear a mask and you don't got to do anything, everyone's walking around with their mask and they're all zombies because everyone's in Sleepyville. You feel me? Everyone's okay. So. "10 years from now, non-violent felon charges can be expunged." Oh, yay! Or hold on, let me show you my excitement here. I'm so excited! Yay! Like it fucking matters, anyways. But yeah, but again, you know what I mean? How they hold all these things over your head. Again, if you're a felon and you live in the U.S., how easy is it, huh? Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult to live in the US. You know what I mean? If you're a felon, in fact, you gotta kind of have to be a felon again, right? In order to survive, but it's another topic for another day. Or be a real slave, like a super slave. Different topic. Do you think Latin America will be the future refuge for Catholic Europeans, since multiculturalism means that Islamization of Europe is in the future? You know, a lot of people just don't know this, but there is a lot of there's a lot of people out here from Arab countries as well, and Arab nations. So, you know, a lot of people think out here that this is just pure Catholic. You know, well, you know, the reality is, yeah, the Catholic religion is what rules Latin America. But if you know anything about Latin America, there's a huge mixture of religions and people. In fact, you go to Peru and half the people are Chinese and Japanese. Yeah, exactly. So do some more research on Latin America and you'll realize that Latin America is very diverse. And has been very diverse for a very long time. There's nothing new. So even in a place like here in Mexico, in this part of Mexico, my wife, which is Mexican, her bloodline is Korean, Chinese, Mayan, Mexican, you get what I'm saying, and Spanish, and so on and so forth. And there's plenty of people out here that are, you know, the Muslim background. They come from the Middle East. They came from Lebanon. They came from Iran. They came from, you know what I mean, a lot of these, you know, countries out there. And I can go on and on. You know what I mean, just like there's a lot of people out here like me that speak English and American, or other Europeans that speak English and shit like that. And again, what's going to make people move out of Europe is going to be the Great Reset. Now, where are they going to move to? It all depends on those individuals. But the thing is that you got to remember, as a European, you're not really coming to Latin America to travel. You're going to Africa. So Africa is in the same boat as Latin America. Very underdeveloped, okay? And definitely on the rise as everything else is falling. So I think a lot of Europeans are also going to go to Africa. Africa's a major player going forward. So I think that, you know, again, I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. You know what I mean? I think that, you know, people are just going to go wherever they think is going to be best for them, and it's all going to depend. And I think that in the future, as all these countries that are first world countries are going to have all these people leaving the country, then other countries are going to be fighting for those individuals, like you know, Mexico, other countries in Africa, other countries in Latin America, other countries around the world are going to be fighting for the best people from these European and United States and Canada, you know, all these countries to come over here and help build this country. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of things, and we don't know. You know what I mean? But it's going to be definitely a big shift in immigration and change and all kinds of things when it comes to that, where countries that were third world are going to become first world, and countries that were first world are going to become third world, like that. I mean, we're seeing it right now. So they're not going to mandate no vaccine, and they can't mandate a vaccine in Mexico, but they can definitely mandate the vaccine in the US. Being mentally free is different from being physically free. Ask people in prisons and jails. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can ask people in prison and jail. In fact, ask Nelson Mandela. Okay, that whole being free in your mind they'll never be able to imprison me within these walls. That is by Nelson Mandela. So, and other great people like that. Okay, again, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but again, if you're free up here, no one can fuck with you, and no one can take your freedom away. Again, you know, there's plenty of examples. I think Gandhi, and I can go on and on. There's a whole bunch of people like, you know, again, I don't want to go down the Gandhi rabbit hole, but you know what I'm saying. Elijah says, I speak at least 6 languages, although not fluent. To give me, that's going to be amazing. You know, that's a skill that's going to help you no matter where you land. If you know 6 languages here, oh my God, are you kidding me? You know how many fucking things you can do with just that skill alone? I'm me says, oh wait, hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm me says, anybody bother you for growing a couple marijuana plants? No, it's illegal here now, so no. Short answer, no. It's a lot more complicated answer. We're still waiting on a lot of laws and regulations and all these things to get put into place. But long story short, you can grow, you can smoke, you can do whatever the fuck you want out here. Your body, what is it? Your body, your rules or whatever? I don't know. Forgot that whole, but you know what I'm saying. Nobody is physically free, not even Jesus. That's right. That's right. That's right. The truth shall make you free is his quote. It can be referred to as physical. No. The truth will set you free was some other quote. Okay? The Nelson Mandela quote is about being free in your mind. You know what I mean? Which is true, man. Again, I look, I'm not going to fucking sit here and debate this with you guys. Whether you believe me or not, that's not my problem. You can believe whatever you want. That's your freedom. Okay? And my freedom is that I'm free. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, you know what I mean? And so that's it, you know what I mean? And so if you think you're not free, then you're not free. If you think you're free, then you're free. And that's basically how it works. So, Rob Scottsville. Sup, Rob from Scottsville, Arizona? But yeah, shout out to all of you guys today, man. We had this is great. I love these live streams. And by the way, I think I'm not going to do just a Wednesday live stream anymore. I think I'm just going to be mixing it up throughout the week. You know, last week we did Friday. Today we're doing Monday, and so on and so forth. I think the next live stream, I'm not going to do any more live streams for this year. But the next live stream is going to be probably early next year. It might be January 4th. It might be another Monday, the first Monday of the year. So I'm just putting it out there, so just in case, all right? But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying your holiday season despite all this craziness. I hope you guys are getting ready for 2021. Hope you guys are getting ready to wrap this year up. I hope you guys actually had a good year. I had a great fucking year despite all the insanity. Again, because I was capitalizing on all the insanity because I prepared myself accordingly before anything happened. So I'm sitting here, no problem, but I hope a lot of you guys are in the same boat and I got to have a really good year. But if not, I really hope that next year is going to be better for you guys and that you guys are still, you know, have the ability to whatever, fix your situation, whatever that situation is, whether you got to get out, whether you got to, you know, add to your portfolio, whether you got to, you know, construct a plan or put your plan into place, whatever it is. I hope you guys are, you know, starting to do that already, but really I hope you guys take that up starting next year. Because again, you know, for me, I already have a plan for next year. You know, I'm going to be discussing that in the video I'm going to be posting up next on Friday. Okay, so I'm going to put a video up on this channel on Friday, and in that video I'm going to give you guys a little bit more of my insight on my plan going forward for next year. And I hope you guys have your plan, and I hope you guys have your your game plan. Sorry, my English also goes sometimes with the words, you know. But anyways, I hope you guys have your plan ready to go, and you guys are just going to start implementing it, because it's goal time, guys. It's goal time. There is no more what if. There's no more, oh, I wish this is going to change. I wonder if this is going to happen. No, that's it, man. Goal time. The game has started. There's no more preparation. There's no more any of that shit. We're in the shit right now. The war is happening. We're in the middle of everything. If you're not already prepared, you got to be putting your last finishing touches on your preparedness. And what you really need to be doing now is implementing your plan. If you don't have a plan, you need to get a plan and then put that plan into play. But if you're not in any of these boats, you're not gonna fare well out there, guys. Are you actively trading crypto? No, I don't trade, guys. I'm not a trader. How's it going, Ruben? I don't use Coinbase. I don't use Coinbase. Okay, I just no. I'm not an exchange guy, and I don't trade. How long do we have, Jose Arteaga, before a shift? How many? And how long do we have before the shift to get ready? That's it, guys. I already told you. I already answered that question. I just literally just answered that question. All right. Time. There's no more time. Time is ticking, but there's like no more time. Okay. There's no more time. Okay. Rob said, had a great meeting with you a few weeks back on Zoom. Oh yeah. Oh hey, how's it going, Rob? If anyone needs to talk Mexico, Jose's a great dude. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it, bro. And I hope to see you out here soon, man. I hope you got your plan. I hope you got your plan. I think your plan is already ready, but I hope you're gonna start implementing that plan, brother. Remember, it's all about implementing the plan now. You can practice, throwing the football all day, but one thing is practice and one thing is game day. We're playing the fucking Steelers, and here we go, Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Two different things. Okay, so. It's game time, that's it. Right now we're towards the end of the year and a lot of whatever, but again, like I said, you guys should be putting your finishing touches on your plan, and you guys should be already putting your plan into work. There's no more real time to prepare. All right, I mean there is time to prepare, but you're gonna have time to prepare until the shit hits the fan. But once the shit hits the fan, again, you should not be preparing. You should already be, with your plan at work implemented, okay? You should already be, because if you're going to be implementing your plan at the same time that everybody else is implementing the plan, yeah, good luck with that. You know what I mean? It's not going to work well either. So I have a plan, implementing good. It's music to my ears. How do you cash in if you don't trade? Well, I buy low and I sell high. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't trade means that you're actively trading constantly. Okay, I don't do that. All right. I do what the rich people do. Buy low, hold, and then sell at the absolute worst fucking time. You remember the movie Trading Places? Okay, just hold. Oh, that's what I do, man. I don't gotta be trading and that craziness all day. I got too much. I would rather do so many more things with my life. Again, sorry about the noise. Jesus Christ. Yeah, sorry guys. You want to put a little music there, that fucking noise out there. Sorry about that. You guys are awesome. You guys have not complained about the noise at all. I really hope that there is no noise, because I get this and I put it on the podcast. So this is part of the podcast. A lot of people would rather listen to this whole thing, on a podcast form. So that's why, once I'm done here, I convert it to audio and I upload it to the podcast. So please check out the podcast, okay? Because I got all the videos that I do like this, I put them up, okay, in audio form. Also, the actual podcast that I do with my friend Tim, Shotgun News, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We go live on YouTube, Twitch, and DLive, and then later on we upload the audio. So again, if you want to join me for like around 2 hours, twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday night, to do something similar to what we're doing here, then please join us. All the links are down below. Also, go to my website, josearteaga.com. You can find everything there, and that's it. Let me see. I'm reading some comments. I live in Corpus Christi. I take Americans to Nuevo Progreso for dental work. Save up to 70%. Correct. There you go. Was that a storm? No, it was a truck. My neighbor, they're doing work on the house. I cashed out a little early on XRP this year. Stupid. Anyways, it's Caesar. Enjoying Merida as well. Me super cabrón. I already had family here, but I came out here by myself from California this month, and your videos and info have helped me out a ton. Thanks. Hey, anytime, Caesar. Glad I could help. That's what I'm here for, to help. And again, big shout out to all of you guys when you guys help me, whether you're paying for my services or whether you're, sending me a few contributions here or there, whether you send Bitcoin or cash or whatever you send. Again, thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Again, you already know I do this because I want to do this. My mommy didn't give me enough attention as a little kid, so this is why I do what I do. But at the end of the day, it's greatly appreciated. It helps me maintain everything I have, and it helps me, make sure that I can continue to make this show going forward. For as long as possible. The fact that you guys help me put food on the table helps a lot. So I always, want to give a shout out to all of you guys and a big thank you and a big everything. And you guys are the fucking best. And yeah, for reals, I appreciate you. Let me see. Considering branching out to expat services, won't make content. Yeah, no problem, Ruben. By the way, if you speak Spanish, you really don't need my services. My services are for people that just don't understand Spanish. And most people, sometimes they just hire me for a few hours. Some people hire me for fucking ever. Like, I make a lot of money with a lot of people that need lots of help. But the reality is, like, what I really try to do is teach you how to help yourself, because I don't want to be babysitting a bunch of people. I don't want to have 1,000 clients. I'd rather have 1,000 friends. You get what I'm saying? So eventually people become my friend, and then they just live out here and I just help them with whatever, but for the most part, I want to help you guys help yourself, okay? I'm not here trying to get you guys to depend on me, but I do understand that for some people that you guys need me a lot, but some people just don't need me at all, Like, you just need me for like a few things. Some people just hire me for a couple hours just to answer a few questions or whatever. Some people just, don't hire me at all. Some people just want to meet me. And what I say for anyone that wants to meet me is very simple. Just take me and my wife out to dinner. You can take me and my wife out to dinner. You pay for dinner and drinks, and I'll be more than happy to join you. All right, noise, 1 second. All I say, sorry, and that's basically it, guys. If you want to meet me, I just say pay for dinner for me and my wife, take us out to dinner. You get to meet me, you get to have me for a bunch of hours, and that's it. I get a free meal. You help me put food on the table, literally, and I get to meet somebody new, someone that's a fan. You guys get to meet me. We get to talk. You get to ask me questions, shit like that. Again, nothing too crazy. Don't be, dinner is not for that. If you want to ask me questions about Bitcoin, if you want to ask me questions about moving out here, business consulting, and a million other things, well, then guess what? You can hire me for that. But when it comes to just like meeting for dinner, just to meet me for whatever, yeah, fuck yeah, of course, I don't care. And again, you already know, we're in Mexico, dinner ain't gonna cost you a lot of fucking money, and we're not picky. Just food and drinks, and we'll be happy. We'll hang out with you guys, and that's basically what I do. If people can't even afford, to pay for some tacos or some beers, then you're already asking too much of me, because I make videos all the fucking time, and I give you guys all kinds of free information, and you guys are more than thankful for it. You guys are the best. I love you guys more than anything else, but there's a lot of viewers out there, that just want more and more and more for free. And you know me, I got no problem laying it down and saying, hey, this is what it is. All right, I got like 7 billion videos you can watch for free. All right, the least you can do is buy me a taco. Oh, you can't buy me a taco? Then continue watching me for free. That's it. I love you, but come on. You know what I mean? Give me a break. So, I sound like a fucking jerk, but you know what? I'm an asshole. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a nice asshole, but I am an asshole. Oh, good. Elijah says, I have friends out in the world. Make sure to build international connections. Correct. Make sure to have, I have tons of friends. In fact, I had some guy from Thailand or the Philippines or some shit like that. hit me up the other day because he wanted to use some of my footage, some of my video footage from my Cuba videos, so he can put in his videos. And yeah, I said, of course, use it, no problem. We became friends. He's already like, hey, whenever you please come out, come visit. Whenever you visit, you already know, you're gonna crash here. We're gonna take you to this, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna whatever. So, and I get tons of that, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like, I got friends that are coming to visit me from Mexico City, from other parts of the world. In fact, I got a friend of mine coming from Latvia. He's actually from England, living in Latvia, and he's coming to visit me out here, so yeah, man, it's fucking great. And we're friends on the internet alone, but we're friends, and so we're finally gonna get to meet, and shit like that. So yeah, it's lots of cool things like that. You know what I mean? Like that's what all this new technology, all this new paradigm shift is gonna allow us to do and continue to do. Just like when the printing press was invented and we started spreading all the knowledge and all this other stuff. We're living in a very, very similar situation when it comes to all that, because again, you know what I mean, it's just very different but very similar. My Spanish, Elijah says, my Spanish is rusty, but once I get back, I'll come back. Oh yeah, it'll all come back. It's just like riding a bicycle, you know what I mean? And if everyone's speaking, and by the way, if you just make the attempt to speak Spanish, people are going to try everything humanly possible to get understood with you. And if they know English, they'll speak English. You know what I mean? It's not rude at all. You know what I mean? Like, and just make the attempt. You know what I mean? The rudeness comes when you go, you're in Mexico, you go to a Mexican, like, little taco stand, and you're there talking in your language, demanding service or demanding XYZ. And that Mexican's going to look at you like, bro, get the fuck out of my face before I stick you with a pitchfork. You get what I'm saying? And he's not going to make no attempt to fucking help you, especially if you're rude. All right? That's how that works. But if you're nice and you're not rude and you just, try to make an attempt, listen, bro, you'd be surprised how many people know English or your language, okay? In other parts of the world. Herman, oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it'd be awesome. And again, man, I love going out to dinner with a lot of you guys because I get to meet you guys. I so many people, so different. So many different parts of the world, so many different cultures and customs, so many, again, ages, so many ideologies. I know people that listen to me, they're all the way uber far left and super uber far right. You know what I mean? And everything in between. And I love it. You know what I mean? I fucking love it. So I love meeting you guys, man, for reals. You know what I mean? So it's, again, my pleasure. And especially if you're buying dinner, how can I say no? Right? I'm an asshole. I'm a real dick if I don't fucking come out, right? If you're offering some free tacos or whatever the fuck, right? We're going to. So XRP is a scam. Correct. I think Dragon Chain is a future. Yeah, I don't think any of those chains are any futures. I'll buy you a few birra, queso, tacos. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I gotta find a place that sells birra out here. I'm pretty sure there is. But yeah, yes, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're out here saying habla inglés, or or speak English, or you're just acting like a dumb gringo, oh yeah, it's not gonna end well for you. Any recommendations on backpack travel in Baja California? No, zero, nothing, because I've never been to Baja California and I don't backpack travel. But you do know, I do know somebody who does. Go on YouTube right now and search this guy. In fact, I'll write it in the comments. But his name is Gabriel Traveler, and as a matter of fact, he was just in Baja California backpacking right now, and he's great. I like his videos and content. So I don't know if I'm spelling his name right or not, but I think it's like that. Gabriel Traveler, or Gabriel Travels, or Gabriel, I don't know, some shit like that. He has a good channel, and literally he just left Baja, or he's in Baja right now, backpacking. I mean, so he's been doing that shit for fucking 25 years, even before it was cool, before there was YouTube, before anything. So I like that guy. I like that channel. And by the way, a lot of people are traveling. A lot of travel YouTubers are basically all stuck in Mexico because there's no real other place to travel to right now. There's very few places to be traveling in right now. So Mexico, again, another, another plus. In Tijuana, yeah, I've been to Tijuana a couple times, but just, I didn't go too far into Tijuana. Back when I was living in Southern California, I would definitely go to Tijuana. So I've never been to a donkey show, but I've seen donkeys. Yeah, in Tijuana. Again, Tijuana and Merida, which is where I live, that's like basically comparing Miami to Seattle. Okay? So Miami, like literally, Miami and Seattle could not be any more different. Same as Tijuana to Merida, where I live right now in the Yucatan. Could not be any more different. Yeah, man. Oh, Opie. Oh, I didn't know it was you. Hey, what's up, Opie? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Definitely. They have Tijuana has the donkey shows, has all that shit. I saw it. You know what I mean? I didn't see a donkey show, but I saw the donkeys and getting ready for the donkey show. That's all I'm going to say. All right? That's all I'm saying. I got in trouble for taking pictures, okay? By the way, I think I can't go too much longer, okay? Because I actually have things to do, and also I can't go too much longer on the stream because that way I can't upload it later. So I'm gonna say 10 to 15 more minutes of Jose, all right? I know I'm speaking in the third person like The Rock. Anyways, about 10 to 15 more minutes of me, all right? So if you guys have any questions, anything you guys want me to talk about, anything at all, throw it out there, okay? I think we've talked about a lot today. We've discussed a lot. It was a great show. Great fucking show. Really happy that, yeah, you know what I mean? That we had a great fucking talk about the upcoming great reset that is coming straight our way. That is already being implemented. That is already in full action, full motion. So, do I think Trump can win? Yeah, anything is possible in today's fucking wacky world. But at the same time, I don't think so because of all the things that are going on. In fact, I think that like the more likely scenario, is some sort of civil war where, Trump and states that support Trump are going to name Trump their president and Trump will not step down. And then, the other states that don't like Trump, and then they say that Biden is their president. Well, they'll put Biden as their president, and then they'll separate, and then they'll have their part of the U.S. The part of the U.S. is going to be run by Biden and the Democrats, and then part of the U.S. is going to be run by the Trump people. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to be separate. Honestly, I think it's just going to be Biden, smooth transition, Biden for president, moving on, next. That is probably what's going to happen. But if there's going to be a scenario, I think the more likely scenario would be civil war. And it would be just like I told you, where half the states are going to, have Trump as their president, half the states as Biden as their president. And that's it. We're just going to have that, repeat of that. Now, if it's going to, whether it's going to turn into a hot war or not, I don't know. But definitely a cold civil war is already kind of happening. So I don't want to be here for that. That's why I want to take action. Yeah, exactly. I'm not there for that. I'm here. Will the U.S. break up if Biden wins? The U.S. was going to break up no matter what. You know what I mean? It's very similar to like how the USSR broke up, I think. It's going to happen. So we're going to see how all this plays out, but it's not going to end well no matter how it plays out, okay? It's just not, okay? Because no matter what happens, a transition is going to happen, a change is going to happen, a lot of turmoil is going to happen, a lot of death and destruction. Many things are going to happen that are, are already set in motion. Okay, remember, after Biden won, there was a lot of lefty people on the streets already celebrating, and they were, just like celebrating a basketball championship. They were, they were tearing down, you know what I mean? They were tearing down the fucking place. What is it? Burning the city down. They were doing all kinds of shit after Biden won. the people that not support Biden, but are on that side of the aisle. So the only thing that's kept everything in check right now is the fact that we don't have a clear winner. But once we have a clear winner, when shit's gonna hit the fan again. Because again, a lot of these Antifa folk and a lot of these people that are on that, part of the spectrum there, they all, when they were rioting after the Biden win, they were rioting against Biden anyway. So that's going to happen. If Trump wins, okay, which could happen, my God, those people and all that bent up, energy is going to really spill out. And like I said, do you really think that most conservatives, remember, a lot of people, 80 million plus, voted for Trump. Do you think that those 80 million plus people all of a sudden are just going to be like, oh yeah, okay, Biden won fair and square, well, I can't wait till the next election? Or are they more likely going to be like, damn, I don't trust the elections anymore, I don't trust the system, how can I trust my country, yada yada yada? And then that's going to spiral out of control. Because once an empire loses faith in their elections, that's when everything really starts to crumble and everything really starts to fall apart. And we are there. No matter who wins, no matter the outcome, the faith in the election process, the faith in that is lost. Because the reality is that what keeps it all together is that faith in that the government structure, that the voting is all going to work. So even though we complain about taxes, we complain about that, we complain about this and that, and we want this to change and we want that to fix and we want at the end of the day, we know that, well, we're stuck with this mayor, but it's okay. We'll vote him out eventually. Oh, we're stuck with this government, but that's okay. The voting process, whatever. But if the people lose faith in that whole voting structure, scenario, all that, and they lose faith in the system itself because now they know that both sides are the same and they're just getting played, okay, that is when the whole thing really crumbles and the dollar and everything comes with it. Okay, so that's what I think. The society needs to deteriorate first before the dollar or the currency, crumbles, and that's where we're heading. We're heading straight ahead towards that. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So. Remember, guys, a lot of you guys don't know, but a lot of people think that Rome got, the Roman Empire fell, back, when it fell. But the reality is that if you know your history and you know really what's kind of like going on, you understand that the Roman Empire never died. This is the Roman Empire. That's why the U.S. gets. That's why the U.S. gets compared to the Roman Empire so much, because this is the continuation of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire never fell. The Roman Empire just, rebranded, just like the Great Reset and so many other things it's always a rebranding. Just like the Federal Reserve is just a rebranding of, the central bank. But at the end of the day, the only thing that's happened ever since the Roman Empire is it's been a constant rebranding all the way up until where we are now. So, and that's it, but it's not the Roman Empire. This is still part of the Roman Empire. The U.S., this might as well be the Roman Empire. And we're going to see how all this, morphs, how all this grows, how all this, rebrands itself and changes, and who is going to be the next superpower. It doesn't really fucking matter, right? So, and again, that's why it doesn't matter who the next superpower is, because it's really all the same. It is, no doubt about it. Yeah, exactly. The World Economic Forum says that in 2030, that's their plan. Whether they get to follow through on that plan and implement that plan, that's a big if. But they're not going to be able to. It's just too much. They're going to be able to implement that plan to a lot of places and a lot of areas, and there's going to be a lot of scenarios. Again, a lot of countries in which they're going to be able to implement that plan. Not very easily, very seamlessly. In fact, the people are asking for it. They're going to be able to, pump that out, no problem. But there's a good majority of the world in which that's just not going to fly. And for many reasons, it's not going to fly because they don't even have the infrastructure to have it, even if they wanted to. Okay, so U.S. So yeah, and again, guys, so right now we have been talking about for about almost 2.5 hours about how the banks are destroying the world, and you guys are here sitting and talking about XRP like a good thing. I don't know what to say. So that's why I am moving to the jungle, okay? That's why I'm going further and further into the jungle, okay? Another reason, another fucking reason, okay? Would you say that already about the USA, nobody owns anything here? Yeah, exactly. Opie was 1 billion% correct. I'll buy BTC on Cash App. Is there any other crypto we can buy on Cash App? No, only Bitcoin. Only Bitcoin. That's right. Opie, I've already said that. Don't pay your property tax and see how quickly you own that house. You know, don't pay your car insurance or whatever the fuck it is they want you to pay. You know, don't be paying, you know, your bills that you need to pay to see how quickly you own. You don't even own yourself. Okay, you don't even own yourself, and you know that. All right, we've talked about the birth certificate. We've talked about, you know, your UPC code, and we talked about so many fucking things. Okay, we talked about, you know, the fact that you're not a human. You're a piece of property. When you are a citizen, you're a piece of property. And we talked about all that already. You know, so, and again, you know, we're gonna see how all this plays out. But yeah. Oh, there. Okay, Iron Sharp. Good. If you're just in XRP and you're trading XRP, like if you're trading any stock or you're trading any crypto out there just to maximize your BTC bag, or, you know, you just maximize your wealth, you know, whatever that is, you know, again, if you want to buy a Picasso, a house, more Bitcoin, gold, silver, and many other assets like that, then yes, okay, I applaud you. Okay, hold on. Let me get the... That's what you should be doing, okay? In fact, how many times should you do that?
100 times? More. 200 times? More. 500 times? Probably.
Okay, you got to do that over and over again. So yeah, if you possess the skills of trading, I don't really possess those skills. Basically means I'm a degenerate gambler, and I know that that's gambling. But if you're good at gambling, there's a lot of people that are very good at gambling and can make a good living off of that. Do it. I know I am not a good gambler. I love doing it, but I'm really bad at it. So that's why I am not, you know, going to do that no more. So, I mean, that's why I don't do that. That's why I don't do any kind of trading or anything like that. But, you know, I do understand what you're doing, because I'm doing something very, very similar as well. You know, which is, again, I'm just, you know, I'm just holding on to Bitcoin and these assets until they reach a certain price range, and then I trade it for something else that I really want or need. And that's really what most of us should be doing. But anywho, all right, just a few more minutes, guys. We're almost out of here. How many wars do I think that they'll start under the Biden regime? I don't know. We'll see. You know, definitely they got their eyes on Venezuela, Iran, and they're definitely staying away from China. They don't want to. They want China to come in and invade the U.S. They don't want to fight China. But yeah, they're going after North Korea. We'll see. I don't know. Again, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'm already past the point of no return with all that bullshit. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna start ending. I think we're just gonna bring it all to an end here, guys. So how's it going, Jaded? Long time no see, brother. Man, I was just ending the show. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours already. But anyways, I think that's it. We're gonna come to an end because we're done. I've already been talking for a long time, and I still got a bunch of shit I gotta do. So guys, you already know what to do. All right, let me see. Just make sure to put some more back into Bitcoin, daily positive income. Yeah, that's right. You got it. You know, rinse and repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. So guys, you already know what to do. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon. Please check out my website, check out the other channels on the website, right on the website. You know, I got all the channels there. All the links down below, okay? Got a gazillion links for you guys to check out with a bunch of stuff. Please check all that out. Check out all the other channels. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. I hope you guys have an amazing New Year's. Hope you guys get to finish 2020 with a bang. And that's it, guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Remember, be free. Only you have the ability to break free. The time to prepare is past. You should be implementing your plan going forward, or at least putting the last finishing touches on your plan and start, you know, implementing it. And that's it, guys. 2021 should be the year in which you know, do what you got to do in order to make sure that you survive everything that's coming, because it's already here and it's already happening. There's no more, you know, there's no more speculation or conspiring or anything like that. It's happening. So now what are you going to do about it? Okay. So again, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, you know, Ching Chong Chang, you know, and every other fucking holiday that's out there. You know what I mean? Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your year. Like I said, I am out. I'm going to have more videos being pumped, okay? I got more videos coming up on the channel going forward, but I'm going to be taking a break, and that's it. I'm going to be on the podcast, so we got a podcast on tomorrow. We got a podcast on Thursday. We got the podcast next Tuesday. So we're still doing the podcast. I'm still doing the cooking show. All right. So we're going to do some cooking as well. So I'm going to be doing cooking this week. I'm going to be doing one cooking episode next week. And that's it. You know what I mean? They're going to be taking a lot of time off. Okay. We need some R&R because 2021 is coming at us full steam, and we need to be ready. We need to be well rested. We need to be, you know, on point. You know what I mean? And that's it, guys. You know, the 5 P's. Okay. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Okay. So make sure you got the 5 P's. All right. And that's it. And with that being said, I'm going to go get down with OPP. And you know me. All right. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next year. Bye.